to start in my throat. It's like, hey, you want to cough very loudly into the microphone? Anyway, welcome back to more of Starfinder, which I think one of the it was Pathfinder. One of the two. I gave a name. Here we go, Starfinger. One of my PDF folders where I keep all my things is called Starfinger. But I also have a Starfinder folder, so who knows what the deal with that is. Okay, so okay, listen. I just want to point this out because I hope what they mean is not what I think they mean, but is what they should mean. So in this section, they're like, oh, by the way, you can totally use all your stuff in Pathfinder, in Starfinder, and like, no, you can't, and no, you shouldn't. The way guns and magic in Starfinder used to work, like, I can't imagine these two are compatible in the way that they think it is, right? When guns are around, you need tougher people, because anyone can shoot anyone. Like, your wizard's around the corner, what's he going to do? He can't shoot someone when he's in the corner, you know? That kind of stuff. Basically, the math changes a bit when range attacks become this accessible and so reliable. But my bigger problem is, it's like, come on, you're not fucking GURPS. Modern sci-fi settings have different requirements from their systems than fucking fantasy. It's just not how that works. If you want to make GURPS, buy GURPS and make GURPS and see where that gets you. Ugh, I fucking hate this mentality. It's so bad. It's so dumb. Ugh. Oh, don't worry, you can play anything with this fantasy role-playing game system. You want to play in sci-fi, prehistoric, a detective, D&D 5e can do it all. And now Pathfinder's doing. I mean, admittedly, they have a lot more experience with it because Galarian already had robots. So, admittedly, they got a leg up. They got a leg up. But let's look at the classes. Look at this. We have a Jedi, and they're on Kashyyyk, doing the thing that they did in the Kashyyyk section of the movie. Oof, what was that? That wasn't good. Oof. Oh, no. Alright, let's take a look. Your class's entropy plays a key role. No, it sure as it doesn't. It doesn't. You have Edix and Anathema, but they do nothing. Why can't you just tie them into hero points or resolve points? You get 1 hero point or resolve point per session where you live up to these things, or it gets in the way, but they don't get in the way because they're just like, you play the game and you have fun with your friends. That's all the Anathema, and all the Edix are like, have fun. Don't be rude. Like, come on! You can tie them into the hero point system so easily no one cares. Come on! Your answer sheet is nothing. Your background means nothing. It's a small little nudge, but there are no mechanical implications to this. All right? Hold on. I'm gonna pull up Root. Okay, so am I really pulling up Root right now? Well, yeah, because I fucking love Root. Root's great. Let's pull up Root. Let's pull up the little man game. Look at them. They're little men. They're just little guys. They're having the best of times. So in Root, the game does actually make your background matter. Let me see if I can find the particular section I'm looking for. Not filling out the playbook. It's at the end near. So in Root, one of the last things you do, right? One of the last fucking things you pull together before Root's like gives you a slap on the ass is, what the hell did you do? The game. The last thing you do in Root is you and your group alter the world fundamentally. This is A, so your game master know you can do this shit, and 2, it gives you something to start off with. Look, you get a path, and you're safer on that path because you made that path. This also can change the map. Maybe there's not a lot of paths on your map. Maybe you destroy a path because there's just too goddamn many. Maybe you change ownership. You're like, you know, every clearing is owned by the dynasties. I want some market state control. Bam. Maybe you got a cool bit of treasure. Or maybe you just did a heist. It's so simple. Your background matters. This is the only background that matters. But your core rulebook, don't worry. Your playbooks, they also got some fun choices. And they make you think. They're not like, I was a video gamer, or I was a researcher. No. The things it asks you are far better than that. Let me see if I can find it. They're in this section. These are your background questions. This is it. It's half a page. And it is, what do you call home? Is it even here? Do you consider a place, a town, a home? Who did you leave behind? Which faction did you serve the most? Who have you your special enmity? Why are you a vagabond? All these, it's everything you need. Okay, but that's adventure, right? What if you're Mr. McSword? You have different questions. Look at this. What happened to your last master? Whoops, he fucking died. Oh, that's not great. Look at this little man, though. I love him. He's just a little dude. Oh, he's so great. a lot of them are kind of the same, but there are, maybe it's the Outcast one that has like the actual different exciting ones. Because Travelers and Outcasts, they were like, hey, listen, we can get fancy now. All right, we've done the basics. I think Exile might have a good one. What caused your fall? Why were you exiled and not killed? Who exiled you? Is it who seeks your loyalty or allegiance? Ooh, that's interesting. Isn't that interesting? You start off with all that. Prince, your parents were vagabonds. Why did they raise you as a vagabond? What happened to them? Look at that. They're just tiny little questions, multiple choice. You can make up your own if you want to, but the game is like, listen, these are the good answers. These are the fun answers. And immediately, that's all you need. That's all you need. What do we get here? Oh, I'm an outlaw. I get things anyone else can fucking pick up. Anyone can pick up these skills. Anyone can pick these up. This is not special. This isn't interesting. This doesn't change anything. I picked this because I want the medicine skill. That's the only reason I did it. That's not role-playing. You're not given... Like, I personally have grown an increasing appreciation of, like, random rolling and just going with the punches, but bleh. If you're not going to make me roll, give me something spicy. Oh my god, people are posting fucking Olivia stuff. Stop! I don't want to look at the Gator Girl. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. That time is Friday. Friday. Everybody comes. Alright, the Envoy. Okay, the Envoy. Envoy, very handsome class. Very handsome class. Okay, so, we want a Bard, but we don't want the Bard to be magic, because magic is stupid. Magic sucks. Magic is for stupid idiots. Magic is for stupid idiots. So there is no more magic in our Bard. Our Bard is non-magic. Deaf to all magic is what Starfinder loves screaming. So they made an Envoy just so they could have a non-magic, not Bard. Aw, man. I mean, I personally prefer this one a bit more. It looks more like a spacesuit instead of armor, but fine. I kind of like how it looks so scrappy, though. I do prefer this old one. Like, 2 guns on one side? No, you need 1 gun on each side. Also, why did you put your hair up? Come on, keep it down. You got nice short hair. Alright, so you get all the skills you would expect to get from someone who's a fancy little lady. Or boy, I guess. You get skill stuff. What was improvisation again? Oh yeah, you get some goofy special cool boy tricks. They're not spells, don't worry. They're powers. True expertise. Oh, look at this. This is literally everything, huh? It's like, oh, this is everything you have to worry about. Everything else you pick up with your bare hands. Expertise, you're a little better at something, I guess. That's alright. That's fine. Also, if you see 10 plus half, that is pretty much how the game works. It's not 4th edition. Stop saying it's 4th edition. Shh. Be gone. We don't go to level 30. It's fine. I don't even know why they go to level 20. Like, I think that when you get into more modern settings, skill-based systems tend to make more sense. And, like, you don't need 100,000 levels anyway. Like, you don't need 20 levels. Why do people keep thinking 20 is, like, the magic number? Ugh, get out of here. Be gone. Give me either more levels and don't have a cap, or less, and make it juicier. Give me some juice. Make every level nice and juicy so that I take a bite and I'm like, full already. Alright, weapon specialization. Pretty much everyone gets that. Everyone gets this. It just increases your damage a little bit. Let me actually show you what it does, because it doesn't do what you think it does. If you're used to Pathfinder 1st Edition, it does not do that. www.turner.com. So, it does this. You add your character level to the damage, or half if it's a pistol, or if it's a light melee weapon, effectively. So, you know, they do it so the damage goes up reliably. Otherwise, a lot of weapons are just more dice, more dice, more dice, more dice, more dice. Which is kind of what they went with in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So, hey, consistency, I guess. So, we got that. What do we get for improvisations? Because that's kind of what we're going for. We got some who cares? All right, let's look at what we get. Let's look at what we can pick up as improvisations. And they're leveled. They're under these little level tabs. Looks a lot like fucking 4th edition, although you skipped out on the formatting. Just put the fucking formatting in, man. The formatting helps. What are these tiny little icons? Look at this tiny-ass icon. It's so fancy, but you'll never see it because you're not zooming in. I'm zooming in. You're not. Look, you get something every level. Wow. But it ends at 8th level. Oh, that's it. That's it. But look at all this stuff you get. Desperate Defense. Oh. So you get a little something every level. You gotta spice it up a little bit. Alright? It's nice and simple. But they're related to Envoy stuff. Because you're not a shooty bang-bang guy. You're not a pistolero. You're not an operative. Your whole job is to yell at your friends and make them feel good about themselves. Which is why, you might notice, a lot of these are like, send, sound. They gotta hear you. They gotta hear you. Even this is still audible, but it's more like an improvement to something else. You get what I'm saying. I can I just Paizo, what the hell are you doing? All right. In order to pick this, you need to have the obvious thing you need to have first. No, I'm gonna take this. Do you have distracting taunt? No, but if I did, I could. I don't know. This feels like it could be handled differently. Maybe if you made powers and had like a lovely little layout and you didn't fucking glue it at the end like this. Like, this is shit. This is hot dog shit. There's a requirement, and you can't tell it's a requirement until you're already done reading it. Ugh. Not good. Bad. Especially bad in Clever Attack, which is longer. But yeah, for the most part, it's what an envoy would have. You're a clever little boy. You're a clever little boy. Aren't you just clever? It gets skills. You're good with skills. Operatives are good with skills, too, and they hit harder a bit. Let's see. I don't think it really matters what this is, though. We'll move on. Anyway, we get 8 points. What did I get back here? It was different, but do remember that they get this in hit points, and they also get that in stamina, so they get a little bit of both. They get a little bit of both. What's this? Excuse me. During combat encounters, we issue directives. During social encounters, we do all the social stuff because we're a charisma class, so we do all the social stuff. Everyone else does not do the social stuff. Please don't do the social stuff. We have all the social skills. Don't do the social stuff. Please. I get to participate in combat. You do not get to participate in social encounters. Do you understand me? I do the social encounters. You do not. I hate this. I hate this design. It's so stupid. It's getting worse over time. The longer I live, the more I get like, come on, man. Like, either just live up, like, at least Pathfinder hams up the fact that, yeah, here's the actions you take for social encounters, you know? At least it's 6 to that. So at least you can justify that kind of division. But otherwise, if you make a game where that's not the case, don't. Just don't. Don't bother. Save yourself the trouble. All right, what do we have? We have active leadership. Envoy feats naturally, because, you know, that's basically what all these things were. They're all just feats. They just had better names. Now it's all feet. You want feet? You like feet? We got feet picks for days, baby. So what do we get? We get Ancestry and Background. Well, obviously, Attribute Boost. This is basically, hey, buddy, did you remember to make your character? And also, oh, it's not up here. Oh, it's down here. I thought this was always on a separate page, but I must be mistaken. What do we get? Will and Reflexes. Makes sense. Not Fortitude. We're not a tough boy. We're not an observant boy. We are just a chatty boy. Ooh, automatically get a social skill. We get a leadership style. Okay, the leadership style determines the extra one. We get 6. Jesus, we are a skill monkey. Good with basic armors. She does not look like she's wearing light armor, though. That looks pretty heavy to me. Like, this looks like light armor. Just putting that out there. Look at this guy. That's not light armor, though. But hey, maybe you took proficiency. I'm pretty sure in most instances proficiency like is good enough. You don't care. All right, it's mostly just like money and stuff and other reasons why you wouldn't. All right, let's see. Social Mastermind, Size Up, and Saw It Coming. We got Get 'em. We got a leadership style. That seems to be most of what goes on. Initial proficiencies, Envoy Directive. We get 'em. You point at a weirdo, and he takes a minus. That's not bad? Lead by example. What does that mean? If the envoy takes their own advice. Oh, that's what that is. If you attack the target before the end of your turn, you reveal a weak point. Oh, that's neat. You get a little extra damage. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. But, you know, never argue a +1 damage, I guess. So does this damage increase the damage by 1? I mean, fair enough. So by level 5, it's +2. I mean, it's free. It's free, and it comes with this. Like, it could easily be doubled. If you're giving them a minus to AC. So, basically, you're giving people courage, the bonus from bards, but it's on the enemy instead of on you. Nah, fair enough. That's cute. That's just cute. I mean, the real power is against big dudes. Big dudes lower their armor class. Hey, it's 1 action, you know? I mean, it's limited to 1 dude, but you get some extra damage. They're a bigger guy, they need it. So that's nice. Finally, some abilities to work on big dudes. Size Up. You spend 1 minute just looking at a guy. Just looking at him. You're just being weird about it. You're just staring at him. Alright, you gain a +1 to a bunch of stuff. You know what the target is, knows your asset, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically you just stare at a guy and you know some stuff. Saw it coming. What the fuck is my asset? This subject is your asset. Oh. Observe researching them on the internet. Or 1 hour networking. Okay. Oh, so it depends. Ah. Why do you call them an asset if you're intending to beat them up? You're ready to demean about language. I mean, that's alright. Oh, that's nice. You get a free action. That can be very useful. Stride and strike means if you're like exposed, you're in the middle, the guns get drawn, and the game master's like, get to cover, and you're already in cover. You're already there. You just got to take the action. You're already half in cover because you're already half behind a box. Can't argue that. That's pretty good. I love that it's called Strides Coming. Nice action. Get him, also very nice. Size up, nah. But it's good. Let's see. What do we get? We can get from the front, or as we like to call it, the Cuddle Man. We get athletics because we like to cuddle. We are trained in medium armor because if we're cuddling, we need to be safe. And we get Raise a Shield, which isn't very cuddle friendly. From the shadows. Oh, this is my leadership style. Like, how do you do it? Are you standing in the front? Are you standing in the back? This should give you bonus hit points, if anything, but whatever. Should have given you bonus stamina, but we don't have stamina anymore because the game's shit. From the shadows. You're not in the fight. You're just over there. Acts of leadership include taking cover. Oh, that probably triggers stuff, right? That's how that's going to work. It's like you take your leadership action and bam, everyone likes you. You get assurance with stealth. That's not bad. Assurance is decent. Good against mooks, and since odds are you're sneaking up to the big guy, nice to make sure that the mooks don't mess up your day. But you're rolling so much stealth, the game just falls apart. Never bother. Guns blazing, aka you're everywhere. Impressive performance, incredible initiative. You already have initiative boosters. I don't know if those stack. That's circumstance. Hold on, we need to pull up. I'm not pulling up that one. We're pulling it up on the browser, and you just have to believe me when I tell you about this. All right. Incroyable initiative. And I want incredible initiative. Incredible initiative. +2. A +2 circumstance bonus. So those do not stack. I mean, they overlap. So if your asset isn't there and you're caught off guard, you still get it, I guess. But you miss out on the action. I mean, the action is the bonus. Is the real bonus. The +1 initiative, like, who cares? You're probably already in cover. In the spotlight, you make a big thing. I don't know what impressive performance does. If it just boosts performance, like, I don't think performance does anything. Let's see. You can make an impression using performance. That's alright. Okay, so you can just make people feel good. Hotshot is good for driving. You're the wheels. That's called wheels. Infosphere director, aka you're the nerd on the internet. You can find it on the internet. Create a diversion using computer. I wonder what this does. Through desperate times, aka you slap a big old band-aid on that boo-boo. I got a boo-boo. Envoy feat, skill increases, adaptive talent. Let me guess, you get to pick a feat. The number of skill feats, so you can just pick a skill feat. Pick any feat. You can pick another one tomorrow. Wise to the game, you get a +1 status bonus to your perception DC against feigntful lie, aka you know how it works. That's pretty cute. That's a nice one. Perception, practice influencer, you're about to roll but haven't. You basically get fortune once per day on a roll for social. That's nice. They yassified my Sheeran, but on the plus side, if that's what they're going for, then fucking ham it up, buddy. But he looks so monochrome. It's like he's just green. Put some contrast in there. Put an actual dark black and a nice sparkly white in there. Come on. Give me some color. Also, that's not how they would make their fucking helmets, you jackass. Weapon expertise. You gain expertise, because of course you do. And you gain crit specialization, but only for get 'em. So get 'em, you want to use it. You love it, you buy it. Improvised mastery. Oh, that's cute. Once per day, you get to pretend you have mastery. Oh. And you don't even need to be trained. So you can just... I know what I'm talking about. Steel yourselves. Leader's confidence. Okay. One action for brace for impact. Action has to concentrate. Whoever braces for impact gains temporary hit points. Again, half your level is so bad. Just make it your level. Get rid of the charisma modifier. Just make it a level. Alright? Same deal. Same fun. Or do both. I spent an action on this stuff. They spent a reaction on this stuff. Oh, they spent an action, technically. Should be more than that. Like, it's a whole goddamn action. It should give me more than, like, half the damage I do on a minimal damage roll. Weapon specialization. Especially because, like, you're going to use this for big boys. You only get to use it once per hour. Oh, that is just god-awful. I mean, this is nice. But only against damage, which is, like, generally speaking, not as relevant. But, man, that's kind of rough. But to be fair, it's mostly because they never really give you plus level. Because they're cowards. Because they think 4th edition, but 4th edition went to level 30 for a reason. Weapon specialization gets better. Envoy expertise, hidden agenda. This never happens. Paizo, when in God's name is this happening ever in your game? When, for heaven's sake, is there a situation in which an NPC the players don't see is doing all this bullshit? All right? No. This is all right though. This is like, you know when Trient Monk complains about ribbon features, and I'm like, shut the hell up. This is like, no one does this, Paizo. This is not a ribbon features. This is you pretending this happens. If you want to inspire GMs to do stuff, you can do it like this, fine. But they're not going to do it. You know? They don't roll for NPCs like that. They just don't. Because you know who rolls? Players. When players are around, dice get rolled. Otherwise, why are you rolling? They don't care. They don't care. They don't see it. They don't care. It doesn't matter. They'll go, oh no, it's a spooky die roll, but that's about all they can get out of that. This, I just don't get why you put this here. But what is this doing? You could go over your thoughts, emotions. Okay, that's cute. That's alright. And considering those abilities usually are like you need to get a crit fail to get the good stuff, that's nice. Perception mastery, resolve. Fuck you! I want resolve back. Give me resolve points. Give me the goddamn. Give me the gabagool. Give me the gabagool. Come on. Give me those staminas. I mean, I know it's called this because they basically a bunch of standardized terminology for. Oh, by the way, when you get blah blah blah, you get blah 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 instead. This stuff basically. And they put it for all the ones. Alright, we got Savvy Influencer. When you roll in that one, it doesn't automatically reduce. This is such a weird thing that comes into play like once, maybe, ever, and it's like an idiot you don't even care about. It's like, I don't care. I rolled the one time in the entire campaign, I rolled against someone where this actually helps me. Wow. I mean, you're probably just gonna goddamn re-roll it anyway. Ugh. Like, this is so unlikely. Effortless, like, this makes more sense, right? In a game where you don't have as many levels. Because you keep going up and up and up. The game doesn't work nicely like that. It just doesn't. Not in the way they think it does. Because everything scales up, and you want to make sure everything is still a challenge as you go along. Because otherwise, you're playing a good role-playing game where the world makes sense. But it doesn't because you have the game component. And the game component requires that everything works mechanically and is balanced. Because if it's not balanced, well, then you might as well play another game. Because if it's not balanced, then all these systems don't play the way they're supposed to, and your players don't either feel like they're getting their money's worth. You know, Effortless Influencer. When you succeed at a check, oh, that's cute. You make everyone feel a little better about themselves. Adorable. Tactician. You inspire allies. Is there something about the directive tag I need to know? Key terms. Yeah, okay. It automatically has those. Depending on how you inspire them. Flourish. You can only use them once. Don't worry about it. Fortune. Oh, this I heard about this one. This one's apparently pretty neat. You get to attack twice. You get to force. Okay, so basically you get a double roll on something neat. That's nice. Lead by example. Oh, they have to choose the beginning. I mean, to be fair, you probably know what you're doing. This is not like a huge ask. This isn't like picking your spells for the day. This is, who cares? Don't worry, I got you. And we get basically increases, because who fucking cares at this point? It's all a numbers game anyway. It's not impossible for your enemies to reveal your schemes. This will never happen, but here's a bonus anyway. Oh, by the way, here's the real effect you care about. Wait. Oh, no, this is different. This is... Okay. So specifically, because you already get like a bunch of big will save bonuses, I'm impressed. This is neat. This is neat. You know, hey, your brain is a fortress. Lock and key. Silver Tongue. Legendary, you could take a reroll. I mean, if it's not legendary, then what the hell are you doing with this character? What are you doing if you didn't increase the legendary? This is the feature. This is you being lazy. Let's see. The rerolls of fortune effect. When isn't it, Paizo? This is assumed, but I mean, to be fair, some people might just pick up this game and not know about Pathfinder, so yeah, eat your words, Safi. Get out of here. Oh man, my class DC. Yay. At 19th level. Ugh. Acquire asset. Okay, so you can just switch assets to first scheme. You can get more assets. AKA people that you focused on that give you like that cool initiative trick you can pull. There's probably some other stuff that keys off of it too. Quip. Demoralize against a triggering creature. You distract your foes with clever. You can use deception. Okay, fair enough. Take them alive. These names so far are decent. Lead by example. Okay, don't kill anyone. Okay, this, by the way, why does this exist, Paizo? Why does this exist, Paizo? Paizo, why did you do this? I know a lot of people, they play 5th edition, they're like, why is that a rule? Why doesn't it apply? Listen, it doesn't matter. If your players need to take someone, just let them take him alive. It doesn't matter, right? If they need to take someone alive, the Game Master ain't gonna make you bust your nuts over that. This is such a weird thing to have. Under what circumstances is this important enough to give you a penalty for it? Just let them do it. They're winning the fight. Who cares? The bigger problem they have with this is, technically speaking, when you knock someone down to 0, they go into dying, or the player's going to die. NPCs don't unless the Game Master says so. Which means, odds are, if someone needs to be captured, they're that important, your Game Master can just say, they go dying, and you can put a band-aid on them. So why even have the penalty? It doesn't do anything. It comes up like once, and no one thinks it's fun. And not in the kind of way where it's like, oh man, it makes the situation more tense because now we have to deal with the negatives. It just means no one cares. Everyone just goes, why do they bother? Lead by example. If you smack a bitch, nice. Watch out. Ooh, oh, so get a little bit of that champion energy going around. You get ooh, that's not bad though. +2. +2 can save your ass. Can get you out of a crit. Can get you out of a hit. That's the kind of stuff you wanna. That's the kind of stuff that makes you say gabagool. The hell is this? Oh, I need to take care of some paper business. Hi, Lobster. How you doing? The target of get him. You can use your reaction to change get him, because I know how those feats work. Don't die on me. You might talk about a battle, select an adjacent. They have to be next to you, which, considering you're an envoy, is not likely to happen unless you're the envoy that stands in front of everyone from the front. Although you might just move up to them. You can use your little feeties and pitter-patter over. Reduce the dying value. That's not bad. If someone got like really badly hit, you know, or you're you know, this has good utility. I love that Paizo likes to pretend the player character should die. Even though the system makes it so that if player characters die, you get rewarded. You get a whole bunch more extra money, and you get a player character that's better designed for the current situation. Like, dying is a benefit to the players, and that's the worst thing ever. Like, no one wants to die. It takes so much work to make a new character. Look at all the stuff I have to do. I have to pick all these feats. I have to pick new equipment. It's work. I don't want to do all this work. I can just make Here's the thing, right? I can make why would I not just make the exact same character who plays the exact same way, the way I'm comfortable, and I just get a duplicate of my equipment? That's the problem with dying in Pathfinder. It just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Unless your game master shits on you, and that's like, why are you even playing this game then? Play a game where you don't have stuff. Alright? Don't play a game where you have stuff, if you don't want the stuff to go places. Get in there. Listen, the only person who should share that is your soldier after he picks you up and hurls you into the fight. 100 feet. Paizo, your maps are not even... Your battle maps are not even 100 feet long. What are you talking about? A +5 foot bonus status. Remember, by the way, that monks and barbarians and all those classes get status bonuses, so who cares? They're going to use the Tailwind Wand. Blech. Oh wow, I get to stride half my speed as a reaction. The step is nice. That lets them, you know, deal with being adjacent to some jackass. But that stride of half my speed is just so weak in comparison. Like, I can see this being useful, but you might have a good reaction. It's like, why would I spend my reaction on this? I could hit a guy with my reaction. I could stop someone dying with a reaction. I mean, admittedly, you can also stop dying from a reaction by not standing next to that guy. So, fair enough. I don't know. I feel like Don't Die Me is just a better one. Or change your plans. Boom. Don't have to spend another action. Actually, no. The real benefit here is that if there are two big guys, it's good for minion cleanup too. Search high and low. Okay, so the Seek rules are one of those rules where I'm like, I can't imagine running this legitimately. That just seems like so much paperwork. The way Seek works is you got little bursts where you search in cones, and it's so video. Just make the video game, Paizo. Just make the video game. You want to make a video game, just make the video game already. Come on. Just make the video game, alright? It's going to be a great video game. I'm sure everyone will love it. And then they'll tell you, oh my god, my characters are dying. That's not great. I want to win. On a successful demoralize, your opponent is suppressed. This is a new condition, in case you forgot it somewhere in the back. Suppressed. We take a -1 to attack rolls, and we can't move as much. That's pretty nice. That doesn't stack. The attack roll penalty doesn't stack. But hey, they move a little slower, I guess. Unless they stack, and that'd be terrible, but I don't think penalties stack either. Hey, Cobb, how you doing? Broadened assessment. You size up an opponent. Okay, so you get another cute little bonus. The envoy sounds like they're very good against one big guy. There's a lot of stuff that's like, you want to focus on that one big guy. Which, hey, fair enough. That's always how the fighter worked, because, stat bonuses and stuff. Danger sense. There's already a thing that keys off of this. That's pretty fucking great. That's pretty spiffy. Head in the game, on my face. Let's keep going a little faster, or we'll be here all day. Critically misses with his melee strike. Status effects. There, Como. Pat. Pat, Como. Pat. Never ask a dino supremacist the species of her boyfriend. Oh man, spicy. You get a pseudo spell. Point at a guy and yell at him very loudly. I like how you're doing this shit in the middle of combat. You are, in 2 seconds, apparently giving a man a how? In 4 seconds you're doing this. Like, they're just powers. You just throw this out. Put this in a little description box that says, this is the description. This is just cute flavor text. This is what you're actually doing. This is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what this is. Just do it already, Paizo. Just do it. You're already doing it. Yeah, man. If only this was a video game. You could play it a lot faster. You can watch the monsters. And then you can go, oh man, it's another one of my characters. Distant feint, aka you can feint from a distance, because we're dealing with fucking guns. You need it. Hurry! Hurry! Who can sense you? What if they can smell you? Cheer up. Okay, some status reductions. So far, gotta say, Envoy looks decent. It looks like an Envoy. It looks like a Bard, and they turned a whole bunch of spells into stuff that isn't spells. I like it. So far, I've just looked at it a little bit, but it looks pretty cool. You can issue Envoys as free actions. This looks nice. I think that people who like playing Bards, or War Leaders, or Warlords, or whatever they're called, or Champions, and they're playing more supportive role, will love this. You're just the guy who yells at people. That's all you do. Get that guy. Who is that man? I like it. Let's take a look at this guy, see if we can see some. We could fast hack, expert forger. Like I said, a bunch of skill stuff where you're just the funny little guy. Name military officer. You can be an outlaw. Look at this. That's not how you hold paper, Mr. Kalashanta. Clever improvisations, draw fire, aka shoot me. I'm the one you shoot. And the mechanic. We don't have a mechanic anymore. I'm sorry. The cool mechanic class can go fuck itself, because technically we have inventor and gunslinger already that do kind of the same stuff. But I liked mechanic. You want to know why I like mechanic? Do you want to know why I like mechanic? You get to make your own goddamn drone. You get to make your own little man. You get to make your own little man. Look at this. Here's the rules for what your little man is like. But who cares about that? What you care about, not this either. This isn't all that interesting either. This is the fun stuff. Do you want to put a skill unit in? Ooh. Oh. Armor. Cameras. Cargo racks. Climbing claws. You can ride your drone. You can put echolocators. This is the fun stuff. You get to slap some cool shit on your robot and go, hey, my robot's really cool. You can also get the exocortex, aka, I don't want to have another creature to control. And in that case, you just slot some shit into your own brain. So fair enough. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that Sheeran. Look at his little man. Look at his little man and tell me that's not a little man. That's a perfect little man. Look at that. I fucking love this little robot. Oh, he's so great. Oh, look at him. He's got a gun for a face. Mystic. They yassified my Mystic. I made him an edgelord too. Ugh, look at that disgusting, stupid skull and crossbone. Yeah. Look at this Pharasma symbol. You're marketing assholes. If you wonder why they're giving so many skill ranks, there are quite a few more skills. Although, admittedly, Starfinder has a problem where I think the operative gets way too many skill ranks. There are not that many skills in the game. Look at this art. Look at this art. Look at these fucking goobers. Look at that little man. Look at that little man. This is how many skills there are. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 15. 1, 2, 3, 18, 19. 20 skills. There are 20 skills. How many does this guy get? He gets 8 plus int. If it's a human, he gets +1 probably. So he can easily get, like, most of the skills. And he gets most of them as class skills, so he can dip and get that +3. I think that's how it works. Right? Let's just look it up real fast. Playtest. Let's just look at it. God, stop that, Paizo. I don't want to zoom in. Getting more mad by the day about sessions. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to speed up combat. I'm kind of done with combat games. Combat isn't exciting to me. People don't make fun decisions in combat anymore. If it's combat, if it's video game combat. By the way, I love these 3-letter alliterations for the classes. I don't know. I just think it's cute. I just think it's cute. All right. I look at it and I go, "Doll." Look at this. I like this. It's very nice. Class skill, class skill, class skill. If it's a trained class skill, you get a +3. That's all you get. Anyway, we get 8. By the way, I'm gonna spoil you on something. 8, 8, 10, 10, 8. How many 8s? Why do you even have hit points? Why do hit points even work like this, Paizo, if everyone just gets the same amount? At this point, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Throw it in a dumpster. You're not doing anything with it anymore. Just don't use it. Oh, it's a difference of 2. Who fucking cares? It's a 25% increase, yeah. But at this point, just normalize it. Do something else. Give me some more temporary hit points. I want them. I hope this class doesn't become trained in crafting. God, that's so weird. So many ancestors are like, you're trained in crafting. In social encounters, you stand there and you look smart. During combat encounters, you heal everyone and you wonder what the hell you're doing with your life. Admittedly, because you can pick from a bunch of... I've heard you can pick from a bunch of traditions, you don't have to be the healer. The Vitality Network, however, can help you with that. So you're going to be healing whether you like it or not. While exploring, you get to look at people and go, do the thing. I'm useless. You do the thing. I'll be over here. Bye. This is such a fucking lame cop-out answer. During exploration, you do nothing other than point them in the right direction. Great. I love it when my people are climbing all over the place and I'm the jackass that's hanging from the rope. Listen, all I'm saying is, right, when you're playing Root and you're having a fun time, right? When you're having a fun time. Look at these pictures. I want you to look at these pictures, and I want you to imagine that in the background of these fun pictures, it's just some jackass. You see these characters dance? That's the Mystic. That bunny just eating a carrot, that's the Mystic. That guy's playing the song. Those two guys are having a fun time dancing. The Mystic's just like, yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having an apple. That's all he's doing. Who fucking cares? He's the spellcaster. He needs to go fuck himself. We don't like spellcasters in Starfinder. Get out of here. You only get 6 levels of spells. Admittedly, they don't need more. I honestly think that they should have stuck with this, because 10 levels of spells is stupid anyway. In fact, 20 levels of characters is stupid anyway. Get that shit out of here. We don't need that. We don't need that anymore. Expert in will, because you're a spellcaster, and spellcasters have will. It's mostly so that you don't get taken over and then start shooting spells to your friends, because the enemies should not get more spells. You're shit at armor. I mean, you get light armor. A lot of people pointed out it's kind of weird that the sorcerer in this gets light armor. That's not balanced with Pathfinder, but it's apparently... You get what I mean. Is there anyone who isn't trained in light armor? The Solarian, probably that guy. He's also trained in light armor. Even this guy. So, Paizo, I just have a question, right? Who the hell is the unarmored for? No one is not trained in, like, for the monk from the other game that they're not going to pick because the Solarian exists? Look at this cool guy. This guy's a fucking monochrome, but the Solarian's got some splash. I love him. I want to kiss him. Alright, so, Spellcaster Boy. You're trained in Mystic and Spell DC. I've pointed out this before. This is dumb. Get rid of this, Paizo. Stop it. Stop it. You fixed it a little bit by getting rid of tradition-based DCs, but get rid of the rest of it. Stop it. No one cares. No one wakes up at 1 a.m. in the morning and says, that's exciting, I want that more. Connection. Let's look at the Mystic in the old one. You got a connection. Basically, you don't get your powers from a cool spellbook or something. You suck them out of your asshole. So your connection is like you're connected to a big fat library. You're connected to, I'm an empath. I'm that guy on Star Trek. You're a healer. You just slap people on the ass and put them back in action. You get Mystic Cure the whole way for free. Just like that. For free. Who needs to invest in anything? There's one which is like the Mind Breaker. You get Mind Thrust, aka you shoot a big out in their brain. The Overlord, which is like the Warlord, I think. It is that you command people. The Star Shaman, aka Druid, but not Druid. Shh, you're not a Druid. Oh, no, the Xenodruid's the Druid, but not Druid. There was the Star Shaman. The Cleric, but not Cleric. But that's the healer. Ugh, whatever. Connection, aka... something gives you powers. Initial Epiphany. Ugh, I hate that name. That's so pretentious. Where are my resolve points, Paizo? Where are my resolve points? I love resolve points. Where'd they go? Did you lose them? Did you drop them? Did you run out? You start with a focus pool. You get your focus points back by sticking a finger up your ass and spinning rapidly, because who cares? No one fucking does this. They are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Paizo. They don't roleplay that shit. They don't. It's also not roleplay. It's just sticking your fingers up your ass and saying you do something. It's not a choice. There's nothing exciting. Nothing changes. There's nothing. There's no choice here. There's no outcome that matters. It's fingers up the ass, focus points pop out. Mechanically, it's irrelevant. So it's like, but it's cute flavor. Yeah, I don't care. Then you can just say you might regain your focus points, for example, instead of saying you get them back by sticking your fingers up your ass. Mystic Bond. Wait, there's a Mystic Bond now? There's more? Oh yeah, no, I remember. That's in here, right? No, Mind Link. Channel skill. By the way, you need to use your skill sometimes, so here's a bonus. Telepathic Bond. Healing Touch. Oh yeah, the whole Mystic Cure thing is like weird because you already get this and stamina exists. Why? Listen, in Starfinder, half of your hit points, more than half of your hit points, can be restored with a resolve point. You just go and you get all of them back. Half, just back. Why is there a healer, but also a guy who gets Healing Touch? It's so weird how much they're doubling up on this. You get weapon specialization because you should be shooting your gun more than using spells. Spells suck, use your gun. Magic is ass. Stop using magic. You're playing a sci-fi game. We don't want you to play magic. But they probably changed it here because, you know, they might as well cut the class at that point. Let's see. You can touch a bunch of people with your hands. While you've touched their hands, you know what they're doing. Okay. So basically, you just know if your friend is dead or not. It's alright. That's cute. Doesn't have a distance limit, it seems. You can always make sure your mom's alive. Although this is pretty limited. Why can't it be like, can I know if my mom is hungry? Can I know if my cat's hungry? Does my ferret need more treats? Vitality Network. My Vitality Network can only have so many hit points in it. Alright, starts at 10. You can dish out those hit points. At the start of each combat, when you regain actions, regains 4 hit points. Oh! Oh, that's Healing Touch 2.0, huh? So, within your network, you can just shoot people with hit points. You get 4 per turn. That makes wounded way more influential. Because now getting wounded, ending up in a wounded state is far more likely. Mystic Spellcasting. AKA, what kind of spellcasters are there? Are they spontaneous or not? Okay. Oh, okay. No, spells known. Yeah, gotcha. Spell Repertoire, aka your ARA Sorcerer. You get Mystic Feats, you get a group chat. Paizo, you can just have a fucking subvocal group chat. You don't... Why? Force Connection. Oh, that's weird. But interesting. Means your friend can stand in the middle of action, you can fireball them. Reflex Expertise. Why Reflex? Signature spells. Oh, transfer. Reduce hit points. Okay, so those hit points can be used for other stuff. You can spell shape. Nice. There's nothing too exciting here. But to be fair, they are a spellcaster, so that's just how that works. I love how the 10th level spell is like, it's a feature instead of just a 10th level spell. You can get harmonies. Oh, it's the Keshik. Your cantrip is Look Around. Yay. Connection skill. And that increases the recovery on your thing. There are a bunch of stuff here. Alright. 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 You can create a mental memory palace. Look at this kitty. That's a neat kitty. He's very green, though. Even the water looks green because the palette's just so washed out. Also, just looks like you fucking traced a cat hat instead of bothering to get like a furry on you. Just hire a furry already. Come on. Ugh. Costs you $0 to hire a furry instead of a normal artist. Elemental, aka shoot him with an explosive. Just blow him up. Who wants to talk? Who wants to use skills? I don't have skills. I have explosions. Talking is for losers who have time. Healing, aka I'm a cleric. I'm a cleric. Look at me. I'm such a loser. We get it automatically for free, but hey, recharge weapon, aka reload weapon, I guess, or something of the sorts. That sounds like an interesting one, though. Not going to be relevant unless your weapon really chews through ammo, but let's see. So you can swap around elements. Ah, nice. Okay, that sounds pretty neat. Oh, you can even heal void healing. Combo, listen. You can heal people even if they're undead. Your undead friends can. I like how vampiric exsanguination. I need to heal people. I'm just sucking out this man's life force. I'm literally breaking down entropy. Don't worry, I'm healing. I'm healing by viciously murdering people. Rhythm. Reorient. Motivating ringtone, aka it's just Inspire Courage, probably. What else would it be? You get Anthem. What a lame name. Shuffle repeat. Some of these are like, listen, just stop. Don't. Why is this magic? This shouldn't be a magic name spell. This should just be a thing a character can do, right? It doesn't sound like a magic, is the problem. Like, I get it. Oh man, it's cute tech stuff, but like, I don't know. There's something about it that just irks me. Undead haven't been evil for a while, if I recall correctly. There've been a bunch of undead options in Pathfinder Second Edition for now that aren't necessarily super duper evil. They're probably going to carry that on to this. Shadow, aka spooky undead, I guess. Usually it's spooky undead. Slow. Ooh, that's nasty. Umbral Stride. Oh, you get a fucking action instead of just some random garbage. Deity's Domain. Oh man, I'm a cleric, but I'm not. Shh, don't talk about it. Martial Discipline. You might also notice that the traditions changed. Here we got Divine, here we got Primal. Healing, of course, is Divine because if you're a wizard, you can't heal. Hello. Hello, wizard. Wizard, you can't heal. Hello. Wizard. Oh, I noticed there's no Arcane. I guess the Witch Warp will get Arcane. Martial Discipline, aka War Priest. Network Spell, aka, I don't know. You probably cast through it. Xeno Druid, because that used to be a thing, but we don't have it anymore because it's turned into Elemental. Wait, what? Oh, man, you literally just get... No, you get some Druid shit. What? Bond Boost. Always nice. You're a healer, so you might as well help them. You probably don't have a good trigger reaction anyway. Like, you have, like... You know, you have no reactions. You might have shield block, I guess. So, yeah, that's nice. Spot Healing. The amount you heal plus 2. Ah, so you can just bring a boy back up. But it costs a little extra. Wild Bond. Cloud Storage. Again, why is it a spell? Why isn't it just things? Like, don't call it that. Give it a cooler name. These names are lame. Listen, I'm not even in the tech world that much, despite the fact that I grew up there. But, like, come on, this is lame. That's not how cloud storage works either. That's just a fucking dimensional pocket. Call it a dimensional pocket. That's so much cooler. Mental interference. This feels like I was written by someone who was born in like 2000 and heard like, in the future we have cloud storage? Whoa! Wait a minute. You mean to tell me in the future we can shuffle and repeat? Whoa! That's what it sounds like. It legitimately, I don't get it. Like, this doesn't sound cool. It needs that little extra kiss to be cool. Anyway, Child of the Twilight Eclipse. Choose to be a child of dark. Choose to be a child of darkness. You can give off light. Or you can have your shadow touch things with their hands. That's adorable. It's pretty lame, but to be fair, it's mostly in your spells. Again, it's just blue. Like, there's a little bit of red, but it's not even that good. It's so much dark, so much white. Like, the red is all faded and doesn't work. There's no contrast. There's no fucking contrast in these pictures. It's just blue smeared out over a character. Ugh, it's disgusting. Ugh, it's so lame for art. Art's got to grab my eyes, not just blur together like that. The red is almost there, but it's just a little too strong on the highlight and shadow, which is ironic because I keep complaining there's not enough blacks and whites in these to really make a pop. Convert illumination. If you're actually doing lighting rules in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, fuck you. No one's going to hold that torch. Overclock spell. Enlightenment. Again, another 10... I hate this feature. It's so dumb. Get another spell slot that's appropriate for my level. Your vital network is just chock full of hit points. It's just crammed full of them. Operative, aka the not rogue. They needed a rogue, so they made one. During downtime, you train with your weapons, upgrade your equipment, and practice drills. So you mean they do... I like how... I love how this is just like, you shop. Go shopping. Shut the fuck up, go shopping. While exploring, you're not anywhere near the danger. Why the hell would you be anywhere near the danger? Get out of there, you idiot. Stop playing the fucking game and hide like a coward. This is so lame. This doesn't sell me. You can sell this, right? You can be like, you skulk the shadows like an assassin, always ready to take the last shot, or something cool. But it's like, no, you're just hiding in the background like a little loser, looking around going, ugh. What do we get? We get aim, because aiming is a special move. I never like it when it's that generic. It's always kind of goofy. Sharpshooter, we get specialization, mobile reload. Okay, I think we know where this is going. We are expert because we're rogues. We get expert in perception because we're rogues. We're good with guns because, you know, martial guns probably include snipers. Alright. Sharpshooter, you can take the aim action. You aim, and you get some sneak attack. But it's not as big because you're using a ranged weapon. Alright. Specialization. You can shoot and hide. Interesting. You can glitch things. Skirmisher. Hair trigger as a bonus feat. Ah, interesting. Sniper. You ignore the volley trade, which I think is like a minimum range requirements. You need to hit them beyond a certain range or get screwed up. Exploit. Reactive step. So this also works off of allies, by the way. So your friend can just walk up to you and then go, see ya, and then you go, and you scutter like a little crab. I'm a crab man. Enhanced exploit. If you find study... Oh, that's the bonus. What is it for sniper? Because I'm always curious. Oh, that's cute. Overwhelming strike. Oh, nice. Designated as your mark, which is what aim does, right? Designated as your mark. Okay, so basically, if the guy you're trying to kill, you get to bonk him on the head. Why does this... Like, why can't it just be the strike hits your mark? And have mark do all the heavy lifting in that? I don't know. I guess programmers like it like that. Mobile reload. You can interact to reload a gun. Just make it a reload action. It's so weird when it's like you can interact to reload. That's so like, this is how the video game logic works. Like under the engine, the game doesn't actually have a reload action. It just has this button is an interact action, and for combat purposes, it makes your gun reload. But this is all combat. Where is the roleplay? There is no roleplay, Como. You're playing a board game. Shut up. If you want to roleplay, don't play Pathfinder or Starfinder. They don't care. They don't care about that. They don't give you anything to work off of. Your background doesn't matter. Your ancestry doesn't matter. Here's... Como, have you seen... Como, I'm going to give you a quick speedrun of characters and their anathemas. The edicts. You have to play the fucking game. Your anathema is not playing the game. Or being an asshole. I wonder what the Barathus things are. Let's see. You have to play the game with your friends. Whoa! However, it's bad if you don't play the game with your friends. Oh no. What is my edict? As a human, I must play the game. Wow. What happens if I'm a human? And what's bad for humans is not playing the game. I'm a Kasatha. I'm an ancient spacefaring people who came from far away on a cool spaceship. What am I doing here? I need to play the game. Well, actually nothing. These are almost interesting. These are actually almost good edicts. These are almost good anathema, actually. Kasatha, Pat, sorry for bullying you. But the Lashunta are bad. What do you do? What are your edicts? Play the game! What is an anathema? Not playing the game! I'm a cat person who looks small, but he's actually medium-sized, which, like, the art does not communicate that. But what is a path that I want? Play the game! But what do Pathra hate? When you don't play the game. Okay, I'm Sharon. I've broken free from the evil swarm destroying the galaxy. Surely, I have a massive big brain. What do I want to do? I want to play the game. What is my anathema? Not playing the game and being rude. I'm a Skittermander. I still love this art. This is good art. It's got contrast. It has so many colors. It has good, bright colors. It looks like something. Unlike you, who just looks like purple. Anyway, Sharon. What are my anathema? Being rude. Aw, don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Oh, everyone else already has don't be rude as an anathema, don't they? But also, play the game! Skittermander. What are my edicts? Play the game and be nice. What is my anathema? Don't be nice. I'm a Vesk. I'm a war people. I conquered many planets and enslaved them. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a big jerk, but I'm not the Aslanti. I'm not the space Nazis. I know that Interact... Just make it a tag at that point. Actually, no, because that would just complicate things. Interact does somewhat help with that, I guess. What is the anathema? Be a jerk. What is the edict? Play the game and be nice. Although this is kind of neat. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Similar with the Kasatha, you're almost there. Almost good. Almost good. But the idea is they cause problems. The idea is that your belief system creates friction from which roleplay emerges. Because now you and your friends have to decide who matters more. Who do you side with? Doesn't come up because why do that? When your anathema can be hold on to your potions until the end of the game. I love this one from the Yosoki because it's so goofy. What is my anathema? Not drinking my potions too early. Oh, that's a clickable. Neat. Very good done. Very good done. Yeah, these are cute. These are good edicts because they actually fucking do something. My edict is I call mom. My edict is I care about soap. And then humans are like, just play the game. I wake up in the morning and what do I want to do? I want to play the game. What do I want to do? I don't want to play the game. It's anathema. Anyway, let's go back to Mystic. No, we're at Operative. Bye, Como. Remember, if your edicts are not playing the game, they're bad edicts. They're uninteresting. They're not good enough. Mobile reload. On the move. Oh, man, it's a status bonus. It's a status bonus. Wait a minute. But doesn't this guy give you... Ugh, status bonus is such a bad bonus to get for speed, because like, everyone fucking gives you status bonuses to speed. They overlap too quickly. Skill increases, because of course you get those. Master Gunner, you're good with guns, of course you are. Urban Operators, you're good in the city. Do remember they're going to get into 10 to 13 fights in order to level up, so you will be shooting into crowds a lot, apparently. Otherwise, when will those come up? Oh man, you got some pretty good initiative. Nice. The target of aim. There you go. Expend. Number of charges. Oh, yeah, that's how they handle that stuff now. I don't like how they handle weapons now. It's a bit weird. It's kind of weird. We'll get to it, but tomorrow probably. Or later. Man. When you tactical advance. What's a tactical advance? Oh, here it is. I missed it. I'm not encumbered. You stride up to half your speed. Basically, you get a super step. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's nice mobility stuff. A bit much. A bit specific, but hey. And at 11th level, you just... Every stride is a step. There's no flourish. Oh, it is a flourish. Okay, you can only do it once. You can only do the cool boy move once. So you can approach, smack him, and then... out of there. Light armor mastery. Oh, wow. Creative cover. Okay. Alright. Elusive target. You move out of the way. Oh. I mean, that's nice. That could force them to make another attack. I don't know. It depends on the turn, but that could help. You draw your gun and then aim. That's alright. You know, condensed actions are, generally speaking, always worth it, as long as the actions make sense. I honestly think the amount of situations in which you need to draw a gun and then aim it, like, you haven't done both of those already, kind of minimal, but, you know, if you're the kind of character who has too many guns on him, sure. I have 10 guns, and they all have a 1 bullet, then hey, perfect. You stride and then aim with the gun you're wielding. That's a lot better. No, wait, is it? You have tactical advance. You can just kind of wiggle around like a goober, so, not the greatest synergy, but that's a 3rd level. This is 1st. Who knows? If you need to move a lot, it's pretty nice. Whenever you aim, you can activate the... Are you fucking shitting me right now? Loudner. Sniper scope. Really? It's an action? Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, snipers in the original are they're too much. They're too much. Let me show you how much too much they are. So Paizo battle maps are like what? Not even 100 feet long, right? And there are they have snipers, but they're this is it. This is snipers, right? I'm sorry, 70 feet, 80 feet. You can sniper. Here's the problem, right? Snipers are ass. They don't engage with the game. They don't interact with the combat system. You're playing this for the combat. Why did you add these, Paizo? They don't work fun. They don't fun like. There's no fun in this. These people are over there, and they're not playing the game. They are just on their turn going, I go pew pew, and then I'm done. It's just no fun. No fun. So admittedly, fair enough. But, Actually, are snipers still in the game? And are they still absolutely goddamn busted? I mean, not busted. It's more like that one guy just doesn't have to engage with the game anymore. Are there snipers? This is a rifle. 100 feet. No. They don't get any fanciful moves anymore. Thank you. Come again. Does the group mean anything, though? Sniper. 2 additional... Oh. Okay, so snipers are not dumb anymore. They're not weird. I don't have to tell my player you can't play sniper because sniper doesn't mechanically work well with the game's intended play session. Defensive gunner. Guns gain the parry trait. Remember when parry was an interact action? That was awful. Double tap. You fire 2 shots. Oh, and you aim. That can be good. But this always feels a little weird to me. Kill steal. An ally ends their turn. That's so rude. And you get a full shot. Full map. No map. Bam. Make a range strike then take cover. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nasty. Bloody wounds. Persistent bleed damage. Equal to the number of aim damage dice. Ugh, that's such a small amount. Ew, that's gross. And it's a critical hit. Ew, I hate it. It's so little. It's nothing. How many aim damage dice do you get? Wow. I can do 2 persistent bleeding damage. Wow. I hate it. It's nothing. Stop pretending this is cool. This is Paizo just going, well, we don't want to actually skew the balance. So here's 1 damage. This is way better, though. Because, on a crit, you get to roll all those sexy d6s. And go, ah. You've practiced dual wielding. Oh, you can hit people and make them off guard. Interesting. Stop them in their tracks. Switch target. That's alright. It's not a reaction. The other guy needed a whole reaction to switch. You just get to do it for freezies. Disarming shot, kick it in overdrive. You become quickened. Why don't you just say you can take a step as a free action? Like, why does it always, you become quickened for 1 turn, and it does 1 thing? It's so weird to me. It must mechanically cover its own butt. Also, Neurolancer does point out, Ancestry, Edix, and Anathema don't make sense. They really don't, do they? It's like, this is a planet, right? This is an Earth with hundreds of thousands of people. And somehow they have a unified culture that agrees on this. It makes sense that there's this sort of biological inclination to things. On the idea of, humans like bananas. But it's a little weird when you do that on a cultural level. Remember when Paizo said that wasn't a thing with orcs anymore? I wonder where they double-backed on that. Paizo, here's what you do, Paizo. You put them next to backgrounds. Next to backgrounds, there's what kind of culture did you grow up with? Here are some anathematics your culture might have. Bam, you fix the problem. You're no longer being weird and cultural about things. Cultures are not stagnant either. They change fairly quickly. Some core ideas stay the same, but those aren't called edicts and anathemas. They're called memes. And let me tell you this, buddy. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you something about a game called Mindjammer. Well, I guess games like Fate do this too. Memes, aka mottos or quick descriptions of things, are so much more fun than stupid edicts and anathema because they are flexible and you can use them in many situations. In fact, let us look at you know what? These guys can do it. Let's look at Root. In Root, you want to know how you advance? You do your drives. You get 2 drives. You can advance twice in a session. Look at these. Look at these fun things you can do. Wanderlust. You advance when you go around and walk a little. Protection. When you protect a person that you call your ward from danger. And time passes and the ward is safe, you get an advancement. That is way better than Edix and Anathema, because this is like a specific thing you have to do, and you're incentivized. You get points for it. You get experience. You grow as a person. If I do that stuff, I might get one of us. Or maybe I can get another weapon skill. There's a lot of fun stuff I can get. Hello. Advancements are cool. I want them. Hello, game. Maybe I'm a raconteur. What is a raconteur? Maybe I get... Ooh, if I escape definite incarceration. But let's look up Mindjammer, because Mindjammer also does this. And Mindjammer is a smart game made by very smart people. And I hate how smart that game is, because it's a little too smart for most people. Not in the sense that it's intellectual, but more that like it requires... It's Fate. It's more Fate-like. So it's not as concerned with role-playing, shooting guns and stuff. It's far more concerned with like your players actually giving a shit about their characters and playing stuff because it's interesting to find out. Like, it's not about I level up. It's about my character does this because it's cool and it makes the session exciting and sexy. How do I explain this to people who think that role-playing games is pushing buttons on character sheets? You know, like, I'm going to push the toppling shot button. In Mindjammer, the idea is that you play your character because it's what a character would do, and everyone says, that is cool that your character does that, because now my character can say this to you. You know, there's a dynamic going on, and exciting stuff happens as a result. But, polities. The SCI Force. So, the SCI Force has memes! These are cultural genes. They determine how they think and what they believe in. So, when your character is part of the SCI, they may adopt some of these memes. They might feel that they are a shield against cultural contamination. They might be ruthless pragmatists. They might not. They might be like, we won't make the Vino mistake again. And those things affect them. They might be in a situation where they are negotiating a tough situation. It's like, well, we want weapons, we want powerful, big, cool guns. We want those cool guns you have on your cool ship. And your character's like, we won't make that Vino mistake again. We won't make that Vino mistake again. And he goes, no, you will not have those guns. And like, but it's the only thing we want. We have the deal almost ready. We just want those cool guns. And like, no, we don't trust you yet. You have been in this for like 2 days. We're not giving you the cool guns. And everyone else is like, can we just have this go? And it's like, no, we're not letting this happen. They'll just be the Vino again. They'll start shooting our ships. We can't trust them yet. The slugs and bugs weren't done yet. Changing these people's cultural memes. We don't know they're on our side yet. We won't do this again. And that's cool. That's fun. That's role-playing. That's exciting. If your fucking meme is, I like going places and shaking hands. Yeah. Solarian, Skittermancer, Whip Skittermancer are very different things than that. Yeah, they should. Because one of them wants to punch you in the dick. And the other is like, haha, reality's a toy. One tries to perfect the body. The other says reality needs to be perfected by me giving it a couple of slaps across the cheeks. Muzzle flash. Again, these names are so lame. I bet you they stole them from the Gunslinger. They can steal so much from the Gunslinger. Sprint. AKA it's the run action, but it's 6-year now. Dual aim. I don't care about these. Let's look at the... Get a load of this guy. Get a load of this guy. What the hell are you aiming with? What is going down the scope's sight, my man? Cloaking field. That's not a fucking feat. That's a techno gizmo. Like, this is a problem I have with this game, right? This should be an item you buy. Right? It probably is an item you can buy. In fact, let's go take a look. Is there an armor upgrade that is slap a cool invisibility field in yourself? Oh look, it's active camouflage, which I get. No, that's... So you have active camouflage and you have cloaking device. I mean, it's not quite the same, but it's like weirdly close. How to tell people you ran out of ideas without saying you ran out of ideas? They'll to find you. Oh, so it's basically the armor upgrade, but it's not an armor upgrade. Yeah. It's also a spell that does it, so. What are the coolest ones? You can aim as a free action. I mean, fair enough, but that's basically saying, hey, that thing you need to do for your class to work, you can do it for free. Yay! You get an additional reaction, operative reaction. What are operative reactions? Oh, bullet fever. What? I got bullet fever. It's a Solarian. The Solarian, also known as the guy who will hit you on the head. Solarian, listen, I like this guy because he's got sass and class and a whole lot of ass. But the original Solarian, actually, he looks so goddamn lame. But oh, by the way, he's not in here? I thought he was in here. I thought that cat was... No, he was on the cover of the book. That's what I'm thinking of. But look at these guys. You can get armor or weapon, I think is how it works. Or no, you also have like a little emote. You have... Okay, listen. The funniest shit ever is, this is where Paizo was like, we need to make sure this only works in combat. How do we do that? How do we make sure that players don't use stellar mode outside of combat? We just say they need to be in combat. What? We just say they need to be in combat. When you're not in combat, you can't enter stellar mode. It can only do in high-stakes situations. How does your ability know that? It just knows. When you're trying to go, why can't we just do that? Because you can't. It's an encounter power, but we can't say it out loud. Cowards. Fucking cowards. Anyway, they're monks. They're space monks, because they needed a monk class. 7 hit points, baby. I think soldiers get 8, though. No, that's also a good 7. So, yeah, big tough boy. Don't forget, that's 7 hit points, but you also get that sexy stamina. You get strength. You're supposed to hit people with your fists. Don't use ranged guns, you fucking loser. Alright, we are experts in perception because we're monks. We're good at saving throws because we're monks. Not a lot of people... Has anyone been good in fortitude? So... Only soldier is trained in fortitude? Really? Only the soldier gets expert in fortitude. How weird. How strange. We're in athletics because we're cool boys and we do cool tricks, but it should be acrobatics. We should have acrobatics. We can punch people. We get medium armor too, which, I mean, it's the future. Unarmored cannot compete. Okay. Well, so far so good. We get Solarian, Stellar, Solar. You're already sick and tired of the words by this point. Let's see. We have an attunement. Once per round, we can activate our class feature, because it's not fun if we get to activate our class feature for free. It's not like the fighter needs to do anything. I'm just saying. Fighter needs to spend actions attacking. We need to spend actions not attacking. It's only fair. They get a +2. We get cool bonuses, and they get to hit and crit harder. There's a reason people like fighters, because fighters don't have to spend any bullshit points doing their shit. They just do it. They just do it. And they get double tap too. Attunement control. While exploring, you have an attuned to attuning. If you attune as a free action when you roll initiative. You can do that? Ah, when you roll initiative. Okay, fair enough. So you can rage at the beginning of a fight. You don't have to worry about it. Thank you, Paizo, for letting me actually do my class. Too bad that everyone else here doesn't do that. So far. The Envoy's got him. The Operative has a thing. The Mystic, I don't think, has anything. They just do Mystic stuff. But to be fair, they're a spellcaster supportive. They're not meant to point out a guy and make him go dead. Anyway, we attune. If you have free hands to use them. My hands! You become attuned to your favorite attunement. Aww. Solar manifestations. Let's see, we can solar shot. We can shoot a man in the dick. And it's a propulsive. Not better than propulsive. Propulsive is half, right? Your attunement determines range and maximum... Oh, damage have a maximum range. Graviton attuned is bludgeoning. Photon attuned is fire. Fair enough. It's like a little pew-pew. How does this scale? Oh, that's terrible. Although, actually, that's like on par with guns, so whatever. It's just a weak little gun you get for free. You can also slap on your star stuff as an armor. Nice. How does it work again in the original one? Let's see. It was kind of goofy. Graviton mode, you gain 1 Graviton attunement point. You're like those weird things in, what's it called again? Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven has elemental garbage floating around the air. You get a +1 insight to reflex saves, which is grenades and stuff too. And you get a +1 to attack rolls. You gain no bonus for being unattuned. You're a lame loser if you're unattuned. You just don't even bother. Don't show up to the game. Don't show up to the game if you're unattuned. You're a loser. You could have had +1 damage per 6 levels. Could have had that. You didn't. You're a loser. Nobody knows. Everyone probably said side reel, but it's Sidreel. I bet your fucking ass everyone says side reel. And we have a Solar Nimbus, aka our cool boy armor. We take damage from a melee attack. Our Nimbus reacts to the trauma. It's very scared. The triggering creature must get pushed. Oh, that's pretty fucking good, actually. It's a reaction, but if you got no other reactions, hey, that's pretty nice. Or they take fire damage equal to half my level. Hot garbage, but might just kill a mook. Especially if they're weak to it, that's pretty good. So far, I like a Graviton, because 15 feet of range, I don't know if this is all that great. You get to trip him. Like, I don't know, Graviton Attuned Scimitar seems to be the slightly better one, but maybe I'm just biased. Because Persistent, again, if they're weak to fire, Photon is fantastic. Let's see, Solar. You can call forth a weapon with your hands. When you attune, you manifest your weapon in your hands as part of an action. Unless there's the hand freeze trait. Oh, that's great. It's a martial melee weapon. It is 1d8. Okay. You can get reach, or you can get some cool traits. Oh, that's alright. So you get your own little weapon. You can change them through an activity. Oh, that's neat. Wow, for 10 minutes. That's pretty good. That's actually a really cool weapon. It's like a soul knife, but it's not like 18,000 feet before it's good. Let's see. When you successfully strike a creature with using your solar weapon, it treats all squares. I can't move. Okay, so Photon is just damage, and fire is great. But if it's not fire, like Graviton just has the cool utility bullshit. Graviton is like the cool boy. He's got the cool glasses. Ugh, I love the Sheeran though. Look at him. He's such a grimy goober. This guy's Graviton attuned. He's absolutely Graviton pilled. You can change the damage type between bonking, ouchies, and arrangement. So far, I'm liking Solarian. Saves, who cares? What is this? If you are not attuned, leave the game. Get away from the table. Just leave. We don't want you. Attunement is where it's at. Attunements are cool kids. Cycle. Ah, so that's how that works. So there might be a reason to be in Photon, because you need the damage and because you want to... Disharmony. And you can become unattuned. Okay. Okay, so your state is a thing you have to manage. Exciting. But you have to use an action on it. And it kind of depends on what you're doing. Okay, fair enough. So you have this flexible tool you get to throw around. Pensive, aka Penis Assessor. What is this with everyone getting bonuses to fucking circumstance? Like, so many people get like bonuses to initiative. The Envoy gets one. This guy gets one. The Operative gets one. Soldier probably gets one because he's Soldier and he shoots. Weapon Specialization, of course. Bullshit. No one cares about this. Controlled Body. Okay, so nothing exciting. Gotcha. Oh, these are the actual arrangements. Sexy. Balanced between the two. Binaric Assault. Solar Flare's the little pew pew thing. Yeah, no, that's Solar Shot. No, that's okay. That's what it's called. Okay. So basically, you get a range and a slashy. If both attacks fail to hit, you become unattuned. No, I'm a loser. Oh, neat. You can avoid it. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I'm not reading that. Black Hole. You are Graviton attuned. Ah, this is the Graviton attuned one. Black Hole. Suck them in. Come to me. And they get knocked over. My feet. Ah! You get a fly speed while you're Graviton attuned. That's alright. That's a nice one. And Radiant. That's probably the one that's for boys who think they're really cool. Why does it feel like less feats? Probably is. Decent amount as usual. Supernova. I don't know. I prefer this one. Dazzle's not too bad, so might as well. And they're fine, I guess. This is just always 30 feet. Okay, so you don't even choose your targets here. You just, oh man, it's like way more, it's like damage. Just hit everyone, always. Circumstance bonus, nice. The Big Bang. All started with a big bang bang. You call upon the cosmic force that created the universe. Also known as the Big Fart. It's a big fart. What are you gonna do about it? You can look at a guy and go, solar shield. You can now make a shield. Fair. Half your hardness is not bad, actually. Unless it's the basic shield. I don't know. Manifest the second one, okay, you want to do 2 swings. Stride twice. Oh man, those are some big steps. Eclipse Strike, Shattering Impact, Solar Rampart. That's so mean. Plasma Ejection. Again, it's just called the Big Fart. Don't be weird about it. You can give him electricity. A basic, I guess you're just like an elemental monk. You got some funny elemental business going on. You have to sustain it though. Yeah. Okay. Look again. The art's so dark and blurry. Ugh. Hey, it's that guy. I get to see more of his cool energy sword. How nice. Twin guard. They're asking a lot of questions here. Maybe we should look at these when we're done. Just take a look. What do they think these classes are about? And permanently quickened, but you can only use to attune. Oh, that's nice. Or you can strike. Not a bad one. They're not a solar knight. They're like a fancy boy who does a whole bunch of bullshit. Cool tricks. Wow. They sure do. I mean, it's fairly involved. Like, the whole switching between attunements might throw off beginning players a lot. They can get very confused very quickly, and this does not help. Oh, wow, I get to ignore concealment in the first range. I make a fine prop. But there are 2 sides and a no. So you just take the coin away? Don't call them revelations, they're revelations. Okay, fair enough. I'm mostly good with their assessment. Guns aren't operatives, they're everyone's best friend. It does, because it's fucking guns. It's the future, dingus. Yeah, they all can hit people really hard. But operatives used to be very silly back in the olden days. How about we look at one of them? How about we look at some of the older classes so we remember where we came from and where we're going? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Cotton Eye Joe and all that. We get an operative edge. Bonus to initiative and skill checks. Wait, to all skill checks? That's a lot. Specialization. You could take 10. Oh, yeah, taking 10 used to be a thing. Got rid of that. Trick attack. Trick attack is weird. You make a skill check. It's not the easiest. It gets better in time. Especially with Operative's Edge. If you succeed, you deal a little extra damage. Evasion. As it used to be, you get to dodge. Reflex saves are a little better. Exploit. You can see a lot of the beginning stuff that they put in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, don't you? You can see that DNA just percolating underneath. Eager to get out. It can't wait to escape. Oh, you get to make a whole bunch of attacks. It's so silly. So silly. Daredevil. Man, it's fairly similar to what we got. Isn't it? Yeah, it kind of is. Kind of is. I do feel the way they present it, like, it's just so lame. It's like inoculation, but it's like not bold. It's blue. It fades into the background. It's like, it doesn't feel important. These don't feel like cool, sexy features. I'm like, oh man, I get a holographic clone, but it's like it's not bolded text, it's not underscored, it's not as thick as this. It just feels insignificant. So like, I'm just picking this feature because the game tells me to. It's like a weak, wet tissue paper. Presentation matters. My small arms, my small arms. Look at that Sheeran. What the hell is he wearing? Yeah. But Solarian, as I mentioned, so goofy with their whole like, oh man, you have to be in combat to actually do this stuff. They've got little icons too, so you know you can use them. Get those Revelatons, kids. Get those Revelatons. Don't they also get like, yeah, they get to make more attacks. Alright, but let's just move on. Operative. Meant to be simple, offer ways where you go. I mean, to be fair, you just aim and shoot people. So for the most part, it's fairly straightforward. Mystic. I mean, like, at this point, this is why I keep saying this. I want this game to take this Skittermander design and make this the entire fucking game. This is your selling point. It's flamboyant, it's energetic, it's colorful, it's lively, it's fun, it's everything those fucking morons playing 5th edition think 5th edition is. Make it that. Make it easy. Make it exciting. Make every move bombastic. Don't make Pathfinder again. Pathfinder is too specific. Make Pathfinder, but make the balance just borked for your players. Make it so that, hey, listen, if your players are smart, if they want to play a real game, here are the hard mode rules. But otherwise, you have a normal mode. Normal mode is for normal people. And it's super easy. And they get to go pow, 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 and have fun and excite. And they go, yeah! People want that. Make this your focus point. That exciting new world. A bright future where we blow up a fucking train. We already have enough. We have Traveller if we want something grounded. We have Star Wars if we want something grimy. We have Star Trek if we want something idyllic and a bit bureaucratic. We have Mindjammer if we want something more philosophical. We have those games, Paizo. Give me the pulp. Not this boring gray man with no color. Divine Cup. It's a sippy cup. Hell yeah. It's kind of weird when a corporate suit says that. Just say fucking gay. Say it. Give me that queer character. Slap it on the front of the book. You know you won't. Because here's the thing, right? The future, especially sci-fi, is a lot of technology matters. Like how technology changes people, transhumanism, and all those elements. And those intrinsically will tie into queerness. Do it. Give me sword lesbians. But it's not as weird and like roleplay centric. Because Jesus Christ, that game is just difficult to understand if you don't know what roleplay is supposed to be. Ugh. Took me a while. 2 actions to cast a 30 shoot gun. I have 4 arms. 2 of them are dedicated to spellcasting, and 1's holding my gun. I do feel that this whole healing stuff, like again, that's why you had stamina, so that healing was like not a problem, and you didn't need a healer. Who needs a healer when you have stamina? You can just slap a band-aid on it. Resolve point. We're done. Tie your focus into that. Give people ways to get it back by slapping people on the ass. Like, my character is a soldier, and he's a grimy, sad soldier. So when he does a grimy, sad soldier thing, gets his resolve point back. You want to know who does that? Oh man, look, it's Root. Root gives you bonuses for doing the things you're supposed to be fucking doing. You can clear your exhaustion track, which goes up fairly quickly if you're doing a lot of fun stuff. You can clear it by doing the thing your character should be doing. So if it's easy for you to do those, the game is easier. And otherwise, they're like, I should probably do that. Look at this. Look at this beautiful bold text. It's like, this is when this role matters. Any other time, ignore this. This is irrelevant. But if this happens, you got you covered. If you're creating a distraction, but it's not an outlandish performance, ignore all of this. This is not relevant. It's only when you are being outlandish and creating a distraction. Same goes for basic moves. That's just how the game works. It's extremely streamlined. You don't have to worry. If you attempt a roguish feat you are skilled in. Otherwise, go fuck yourself. You're trusting fate. Okay, but what if I'm trying to persuade someone? Hold on. If you try to persuade an NPC with threat promises, but promises are threats, you roll with charm. Any other situation, ignore this. Your GM has to resolve it with their own bare hands. The Envoy. They're super bossy. Sure are. I think Envoy and Envoy and Solarian are probably very complicated. Operative is simple. Just pew. Mystic is like, if you can handle spells, you're fine. Let's see Soldier. And then we'll see Witch Warper. I've never seen Witch Warper before, so who knows. Soldier gets lots of hit points. While exploring, he gets shot. So what he does. During social encounters, he doesn't do anything. Because he doesn't have charisma. Get the fuck out of here, Soldier. We're not in combat. Go sit in the corner. We'll call you when we need you. In downtime, you're not around. Go fuck off. Fuck off. We don't need you. Shoo. Trained in armor. Trained in guns. Trained in reflex. Fortitude, excuse me. And will. I say trained, but it's expert. It's because everyone always gets trained. Otherwise, you would die. Instantly. Suppressing fire. Ah, interesting. So is this an upgrade? Because here it says -5. So do you get a -5 or a -10? I guess -10. Maybe it's a soldier thing. I think I'm gonna go and get a little snack or something. Nah, we'll go on. Primary target. You could choose a single... This is weirdly complicated. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. Action hero. When you successfully get a trait. You know, one thing I don't like is that a lot of this does sound like they just copy-pasted from the original Starfinder. It just feels like they went, Starfinder terminology, let's just use it again for marketing purposes. Like they just got this IP from someone else. It doesn't feel like they actually care. Soldier in the original game was fairly straightforward. There are a bunch of features that are just you slap onto your character sheet and you never think about them again. They're fairly passive. You got gear boosts. Ugh. Gear boosts is so goofy. Like I said, it's just you just slap this on your character and you never think about it again. Armor Storm. So you can explode your own feet. You get resistance to that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Half your level, though, is garbage. So get out of here, Paizo. I don't care. Nobody signs up and goes, man, 10 damage at level 20 is so great. I'm very excited. It's so specific, too. Although, admittedly, since it's area, I guess you could affect a large group with it. And you can get some pretty good stuff out of it, especially if you're armor storming, which means you're probably the target. I can see that working out. Bombard. I love how this whole section is just descriptive text. Just put it in italics. Just italicize the text. I don't want to read this when I'm looking up rules, Paizo. Make it clear to me. This, flavor bullshit. This, sexy rules. Your book is meant for playing. Let's see. Man, you really want soldiers to use area weapons. This seems to be like their thing. Because they got it here, they got it here. Seems to come back at all of their things. If your soldier is not blowing everything up or shooting 1,000 bullets, they're not playing soldier right. Close quarters, aka... fighter. Erudite. aka you can talk. Hey, remember when you told soldiers to shut the fuck up during social encounters? And now you're like, hey, soldier, engage with a social encounter. Get out of here. You're being weird. Strength for armor, you can use con? Oh, their key attribute is con. Huh. That's neat. Although, with how heavy armor is, I don't know if that's a good idea, but whatever. You can use con instead of charisma. So, is Paizo just admitting... Oh, is Paizo just admitting that 4th edition was right? Just admit 4th edition was right, Paizo. Just do it. Just do it. Just say it out loud. Say you want to be 4th edition. Say you want to be a video game. No one will yell at you. 4th edition Renaissance is here. Don't worry. Shh, it's fine. Weapon expert. Blah, 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 blah. Boring, boring, boring. Toughest nails. Boring, 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 boring. Boring, 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 boring. Where are my resolve points and stamina? You fucking cut out the best part of the game, you losers. Area of fire. Unshakable Juggernaut. Oh wow, my DC has increased. What? What? Are you kidding me, right, meow? Fighters return with martial range weapons. What? Yeah. Burst of strength. Yeah. That's really cute, especially if you want to wrestle someone. Pin down. Huh. Weird. Although, personally, the fact that you have to roll a save and all it does is suppress them, it just feels so lame. It's like, ugh, come on, You're rolling a save for this. You're slowing the game down to do math for this. Ugh. Like, just do what fourth edition doesn't. Don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Or have a save system that's just roll d10, do 20 versus 10. Don't make it complicated for no good reason. You can switch weapons in stressful situations, hand to hand. Ready, reload, whirling swipe. If you want to use a melee weapon, fine. Cliffing shield. Level plus con. Oh, that's pretty cool. He's got 2 guns. He's got 2 of them. You can strike with your stock, gosh. Smoke from your weapons. Why is it called Fog of War? That's such a dumb name for my... Paizo, you do know, right? Paizo, you do know that modern firearms don't use black powder. They use something called smokeless powder. So that they don't make smoke. So that this exact problem that will happen with muskets... Paizo, modern firearms don't leave smoke. That's why it's called smokeless powder. Jesus, what a bunch of clowns. Like it's a laser gun. I'm using a laser gun. A rocket launcher, maybe? Kinda? Shell thrower. I don't care about these. My little friends. Oh, that's interesting. That's cute. My little friend scattering fire. I don't care about this. So much of this is just like area, and it's my brain just glazes over, going ugh. So all you're doing is like shooting squares. All I can think about when I hear that is all I can do when I think about that is I can think about the about Command and Conquer and conscripts, and they're like shooting, and there's like a little across the floor. Jesus Christ, you have so many, and they're so thick and full of text. You know, for a soldier, you sure have to do a lot of reading. Oh, and it's 2 actions to use either of those? So you're like a weird spellcaster? Okay, so what's going on? Can they take a lot of punishment? They get like 2 extra hit points. They're like a Solarian in a way. Yeah, if that's the case, that's a lot, because it's a -1 to attacks and a -5 to movement, or -10, I guess, for the soldier. And they're just doing it to everyone, all over the place. What the fuck do you mean? Their whole point is to shoot a lot of people, right? They're constantly doing auto fire and stuff. Do you want them to be that kind of accurate? Constitution is like, again, it's like 1 extra hit point per level. No one wakes up for that in the morning. This feats to let you do that. Like, if anything, they should have that Vitalist thing where they get bonked up for it. Not as accurate. You want to focus on strength and dexterity? Alright, I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll go to Witch Warper. I'm interested because, well, it's another spellcaster. Okay. So, like, in a real role-playing game, a class like the Witch Warper would work like this, right? It worked like this. Your character is disconnected from reality because all you do is you make reality different. You're not doing spells. You're not constrained. You are overwhelmed by the possibilities. You become insane, perhaps. We're not playing that game. We're not playing a role-playing game. We're playing a combat game. So despite the fact your character is absolutely fucking insane, it's not a problem. Which is fine if Paizo goes that way. And like I said, this is their focus. Colorful, energetic, fun, not difficult, and just all aesthetics. It's the sci-fi game we don't have yet. As far as I know, go for it. Not this boring jackass. I hate him. He's so boring. Listen, this guy, he's beige, very bland, very monochromatic, no color, no life. Jesus, what a lame guy. This guy, he's got a little splash. They're all so boring. None of these are exciting. Ugh. You're a witch warper. You alter reality, and you look like this. What do we get? Nothing exciting here, other than expertise and will. Paradox. Somehow contrary to the status quo. And somehow this doesn't affect you mentally in any meaningful capacity. There are no edicts and anathemas associated with this at all. You just fucking do whatever you want. Who cares? See ya. Like in a good game, right? This is a really good character concept. Actually, Safi, why do you know so many weird role-playing games? Oh, there's nothing in here? Hold the phone. I'm gonna pull up a game where what I just said is entirely relevant. This is a game called Farflung. It's more traditional PBTA because it uses a bunch of history tokens and stuff. And you might notice that these characters are kind of goddamn weird. They are like the Witch Warper, a little bit weird. Let's look at this one. This one might be what I'm looking for. The Clockworker. Other people think that time is a strictly linear progression. We get some names, we get some looks. Exciting looks. Choose one or more. We have our attributes. They're all a little funky. I know they look a little funky, but let me tell you what they are. I'll tell you what they are in a bit. I need to refresh myself too. Times. Basically resource pools that flow forward and backwards. Deflect feeling. Whenever you would suffer harm to your feeling. Usually it's like your lowest pool that you get that for. So I want you to look at this and see. Look at this. This is like your funny move stuff. Consult your past or futures to help you. You ante one of those points over there, the future X points. And then roll plus bottom, which is, there you go. Bottom is usually pretty high. It's almost like they don't want you to fuck up. That's not a time anyone is experienced with. Move your ante to paradox. Whoops. You might notice your ante always goes to paradox. In fact, here's a chronometry. Before making a roll, you can ante some of that future garbage, and then roll plus down. Down, also one of the ones that tends to be pretty high. It's at least never negative. I like that it does equal 0, too. It's cute. This is cute! -1 forward. If you screw up, you screw up. But if you roll a little bit good, like +7 plus, that's nothing. You get a +1, that's pretty good, because you're rolling 2d6, that's pretty good. Like, you can make this. You can do this. So, hey. Paradox comes up a little later. So basically, as you go along, you're giving yourself all those bonuses because you keep looking into the future. And here, we can consult to get ourselves some facts. 7 to 9. The MC the Game Master is now you from the future, who is showing up and giving you some random-ass dumb information. Take +1 forward and act on the observations. Remember, this is just 1. This is whenever the hell is relevant. Oops. +10. It is us who travels back in time and observes a key event that may help us. What? We get that +1. But we also get to write connection stuff. We get something else for free. Nice. That's very exciting. Paradox points. When we have paradox, we can use some moves that require paradox. Look at this stuff. I want you to look at this stuff and ask yourself, doesn't that just feel like our character is just fucking around a lot? Like, we're fucking with time, and we're slowly building up this resource. We're asking ourselves questions, and we go through time, or we come back through time. And we have to deal with that stuff, and eventually, this shows up. Roll plus paradox. Personally, I do have some problems with how this is phrased. It does really put it's button pushing instead of like, I want to do this, and it happens. But, you know, it's better than nothing. While you have paradox, you may use these moves. And it tells you, hey, this is how you get them, by the way. Don't worry about it. Let's see. The MC takes on the role of a follower. Another you from an alternate timeline. This dude just shows up and does a common move using paradox instead of use your attribute, and then just fucks off. If anything bad's happened to them, move 1 point for paradox to Hicks, or history. We'll get to those in a bit, when I pull up the whole book. To retcon a response, aka Game Master, nuh-uh, we get to roll plus paradox. There's a little asterisk there. Ooh. If you add paradox to a roll that has doubles, move all of your paradox to your history. The universe only tolerates so much meddling. That's cute. That makes you go, oh, I meddle too much. If you roll plus 7 plus, the MC has to choose something different. Funnily enough, this doesn't seem. You have no control over what the MC chooses in it, and it can even be worse. Don't tamper lightly. Isn't that fun? Isn't that just like you're a little time traveler, an anachronistically fashion dressed Dave, and life finds a way. We can't think of all time travel possibilities. But that's just one dude, and it's got that fun, funky flow going on. I mean, energy being that's Booba. It's PG-13 Booba. We're fine. Extinctioner. Oh, that's horrifying. That's just a dude. But I'm going to turn this off for a bit. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's just a lady in a hazmat suit. The wars of the future have seen the line between man and machine blood and nothingness on the battlefield. Goodness me. It's so much more willing to take the idea of what a witch warper is and actually fucking rolls with it. Okay, listen. I want you to look at this, and I want you to tell me, why is this in a role-playing game? Because it's a role to play, and it's hilarious. You are a hero. That's who you are. That's what you are. How do you get heroics? You have to rescue and rally people. You have to lead by example, or you have to save your friends. And if you do, you get to add it to a bunch of roles, because you're the hero of the story. And you're doing the hero shit. Isn't that much more fun and exciting than whatever the hell this is going to end up being? It's like, oh, you got a paradox. No, it's like, it's balanced, Paizo. It's not fun. It's not exciting. You're just telling me that this d6 of damage I'm dealing is more exciting than it is. That's what you're doing. It's your turn, your quantum field isn't active. My quantum field activates as long as you sustain it. Actually, I kind of want to look up. I want to remind myself what future and history does, because I know when the game works a certain way. Bum, bum, God damn it, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Open file location. Oh. Huh. Oh, God damn it. Hate it when they do that. Alright. God damn it, I forgot this. They have the goofy character that does the goofy stuff. Block, lore. Reveal. Return your ante to FX. Oof. Schmooze! Gosh, I love how this description of play is so straightforward. It's like barely any text. Tears. Always ask the MC what the response to your move is. Everything you do is a consequence. After you move, ask for a counter move, and then move on. Sorry that I'm looking at this stuff, but I'm having fun here, alright? I like this kind of stuff. I like the system. It's got a lot going for it. It's not a system you can play for a long-term campaign. But, boy, is it exciting! FX. F future. The undiscovered country, the future is the unrealized potential of things yet to happen to you. Moves that require future points include amazing powers that violate the laws of nature as we know them. Extrasensory progression and miraculous technology. History, or HX, is things we've done, our memories and the connections we've developed with people, or the plans made for future contingencies. Moves that require you to bet history points include using your connections with other characters and resources to get stuff done. You may notice that your best moves are slowly pushing all of your points into your history pool. Every character has an inspiration move, which moves HX to FX. Put up or shut up the ante. So yeah, basically you have this pool that's flowing around. That's the whole idea, basically. Let's see. Yes, the other player puts up the ante, but you roll your connection with them. Oh, that's adorable. The inspiration doesn't put the inspiring character at risk. I get what it tries to do. That's cute, though. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's look at classes in role-playing games that aren't role-playing games. Ugh. I could be playing a fun, exciting role-playing game. Instead, I'm looking at a fucking board game that pretends it is. God, that's a... Alright, so, we get a quantum field. Anchor. We have an anchor, we have a quantum field, we have a paradox, or we do paradox stuff. How do we get our focus points back, Paizo? Do we stick our fingers up our ass and go, man, what a paradox? Oh, I was mean to the Starfinder developers, yes, but I was also talking about Farflung, which is a very interesting game. It's basically the more classical version of Power Up by the Apocalypse. Maybe it's Apocalypse World I'm thinking of, actually. But it has like future points and past points. Oh shit, it's still open. There's a risk I might click it. It's like about flow of resources and stuff, and you get goofy powers. Like every character is extremely strange. So Farflung is about the world is going to end real soon, and one of them is called Hero of the Universe, and they get bonus points. They build up their bonus points by being cool heroes, and then they get points to a whole bunch of stuff. Subtract heroics from any role where being the good guy makes things more difficult for you. Oh, God, I love these. It's just like the ship. Your character is you're the ship, the polymorph, the old soldier. God, this art. But then there's one that's called the Gestalt, which is literally like just a group of people. You're a hive mind. Have fun with that, buddy. What I'm thinking about, however, is there's also the flora. You're just a plant. And the fucking chrono guy though, the energy being, the extinctioner. Again, this is about the end of the universe. Your sentient vapor cloud being for play the extinctioner, which you want to be a big, powerful, dangerous power, even by our standards, which says a lot. Choose your dread power. Zetatech Cybernetics, self-replicating nanomachines, hard light force screens, level 9000 psychokinesis, unchecked biotic growth, being a pure energy, or make something up. When you're powered up, it's quite obvious. Everything starts to turn on or shut off. Sentient beings reveal the aura of dread. Your form changes. Your appearance changes to your final form and be creative. Choose one. A morphing blob, crackling plasma, death cannons. Let's see. Might. To roll up for might, anti 1 or more FX, roll plus strange. Yeah, strange is the one that got high. Up to 9, return your anti FX. If power up from might is your next move, take plus D4, aka powering up is easier if you do it in sequence. Put all your anti aside as might. Oh, you get might points. When you have might, you can use the following moves. You can survive and travel in outer space. You can ignore weak hazards and attackers before resisting a strong hazard or attack. Roll plus might. If you roll 7 and up, you ignore both. You both ignore and destroy the source. So if something strong is like, I'm gonna come and beat you up, you roll plus might. And if you roll a 7 on a 2d6, by the way, you just go squash them. Before resisting a grand hazard or attack, the biggest move, roll plus might. If you roll 7 and up, you may move 1 point from might to history, HX, to ignore the source until your next move and inflict grand damage upon it. Some grand chances will be destroyed by this, but other grand ones may not. Move all your might to HX, you power down. Okay, let's turn this off. To power up for destruction, roll for FX, this time with top. Up to 9, return, it's the same as powering up for might. While you have destruction, you may use these moves. Roll plus destruction versus a group of strong targets. If you roll a 7 up, they're just gone. Describe the condition detail. Have fun. They're dead. You won the game. You can also roll it against a grand target. Roll 7 plus. You may move 1 destruction point from your destruction to HX to inflict grand damage. Some grand targets will be instantly destroyed. I love how it's like, listen, your entire thing is you just fucking blow people out of the water. You don't care. I was going to explain Gestalt to you. Oh. When you get back here, Como, I will explain Gestalt to you. How about that? How about that, Como? See you then. Bye-bye. Like, Fireflung is what I want to see this game do. It's just happy-go-lucky fun time, big explosions. So what does this quantum field do again? Are determined by my paradox. It is a 15 burst, 100 feet. You can use actions as the anchoring trait. See you in 50 minutes then. I'll try my best. You might describe your revelations about other realities aloud. Fuck you, Paizo. No one does that. That's lame. Put it into the game mechanics and give it some sass. Don't hide it in this section that no one's going to read. Or not going to read after their first go. I mean, I guess people that want to do it will do it anyway. You know. They'll do it. You get bizarre magical phenomena. They're just as powerful as all other fucking spells. Because this is a board game. Get out of here. Don't call them that, you losers. You absolute fucking losers. I just talked about a system where you can go until you're so strong that opposition, you just go and they're gone. And that's your whole thing. That's what you do. And that's fun. But none of that here. Who needs it, right? Who wants to have fun? Who wants to roleplay? When you can just roll some dice and pretend you beat a boss fight. And you deserve it. And there was a dramatic moment to do it. I bet you that he had to give this big speech about how he was going to kill all life in the universe before he gave a shit. Otherwise, you would have just killed a random person. And you would have to go home and go, yes, we beat the bad guys. Like, you are a murderer? Jesus, ew, gross. Ugh. We live in a modern society. Murder isn't okay. Ugh. Anyway, it's more casters with repertoires, aka spontaneous. Signature spells, anchoring. You can only use them if our quantum field is somewhere. Zone, make my quantum field go funny. Signature spells, of course. Nothing too special here, about what I expected. Paradoxes. There's a hidden code that powers the universe, aka you're playing a video game. That is literally playing a fucking video game. Matrix. I mean, like, if we're going for high octane, fun, not balanced Pathfinder, don't do it, Pathfinder. We don't need that game. You have Pathfinder for that. Fuck you. Make it fun, make it easy. If you would do that right, it'd be a very fun class. People were like, yeah, do the cool move, whoa. Warp probability, alternate outcome, and greater quantum analysis. My quantum field lets me seek and recall knowledge and apply the result to 2 things. That's alright. That's pretty neat. Basically, if you want to use your brain or look around, which are the lamest parts of Pathfinder, and it keeps pretending it's not. Anomaly. Your existence itself is an anomaly. Don't be mean. Arcane and Occult are the best spell classes, though. Can't argue that. Oh. When they attempt concentration, it's disrupted. Oh, wow, that's actually really nasty. That's so nasty if you throw that at someone. Ooh, rude. I mean, they can probably just walk out, but that itself is a cost. Gap influenced. You will burrow during the gap or live through it thanks to an incredible lifespan, spaces, technology, or time travel. Nice. Cantrip, Days, 1, Destruction Protocol. Whatever. You are concealed creatures within your quantum field. If they hit you, they lose the benefit. But only against that guy. Ugh, that's kind of... That's not a meaningful distinction, Paizo. It really isn't. People should not be attacking you that much anyway. Like, in sequence like that. Although, I guess if they have reactions, maybe? Yeah. Let's see. They move slower, you move faster. Alright, pretty cool. They're decent. I mean, you gotta throw it out there every once in a while, but if you're in a small enough room, a 30-foot radius, right? Yeah, that will cover most rooms pretty effectively, so that's alright. It's alright. Let's see, what anchors us? In a good game, this would come with all kinds of problems. Like, if it is our memories, that our character would freak out whenever, there's a lot of stuff you can do with that. But, let's see. Stunned. Nice. Recall knowledge. Stop pretending recall knowledge is that interesting. Jesus. Cut it out. Intense focus. Clumsy. Well, that's nice. Clumsy's pretty annoying, because, range attacks are important, and your armor class. Oh, wow. Stupefied and frightened? That's really useful for a spellcaster. Because, you're already kind of fighting uphill. Feats. Anchoring Strike. Huh. Oh, that's nasty. Otherworldly spell. When, Paizo, no one fucking does this. This is so, busy. This is, 3.5 busy work. No one cares about this. Like I said, nobody playing Starfinder who wants to play this high-octane, fun action adventure is gonna wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and go, oh no, I didn't do this rule. They'll say, oh, God, no, we're not doing that ever. Ew, why? Ew, that sounds gross. I want to have fun shooting guns on a ship, not fucking roll to identify spells. Ugh. Sounds so much busy work. I just want to roll to shoot my gun, not roll to know things. Ugh. Oh, I know what spell he's casting. Huh. Okay, so you get one for free. Well, some useful abilities in there, so fair enough. And get it when you roll initiative, so everyone else, or sorry, friends can benefit from that speed boost too. Oh, equal to your Witch Warper level, straight up. That's a bit better, but it's only once per 10 minutes, so it's good to keep you standing a little longer. Radiant Zone. Like, these kinds of features work way better in games that don't use squares, because you can just say, eh, it happens. Because there's nothing to reset. You can do time travel a lot easier. I think the focus spells are... Look at this guy. What the hell? That's not a Witch Warper. This is Solarian. You weirdos. I honestly don't know if Witch Warper is good for this, though. It feels like it should be in a wholly different game. I would love to see this in something like Traveler, or Farflung, or Mindjammer, but not here. Not here. How does this match up with, traditional magic? The fact that Starfinder magic was different kind of helped it. Just putting that out there. Complete transposition. More spells. I can get another SWAT. Whoa. Let's take a look at this. Quantum negation. Oh, you just fucking delete a man. You can't just delete someone. Listen, you're level 20. Someone 13th level or lower doesn't require this much damage, and you can kill them in one shot anyway. Why are you doing this, Paizo? I mean, it's cute flavor, but this is not the game for that kind of cute flavor. Okay, so it does a fucking shit ton of damage. And that's it. Does it take an action or anything? No actions? It just works? Ooh. So, classes. I like Solarian. Mystic's got something neat going on, and I like Envoy. Operative, you know, you need one of those, but they feel more like a soldier. Soldier is weird, and I don't know if I want to look at this guy too much. The text makes my head hurts. A Witch Warper, I never really played or dealt with in the original game. Let's actually look at the original Witch Warper, because I can't just pull up that version of the Archive of Nethys, because I'm not familiar with it at all. Let's take a look-see. Biohacker, Envoy, Evolutionist, Mechanic, Mystic, Nanocyte, Operative, Precog, Solarian, Soldier, Technomancer, Vanguard, Witchwarper, and Zedron for the Mechanic. Let's see. Original Witchwarper had 2/3. No. 7 3/4. BAB progression, strong reflex saves. Spells pretty as usual. Bonus spells for big brains. Wow, I already hate this. This is so much text. Yeah, I'm just not gonna read this. I'm good. Not a class for me, I guess. Maybe if I'm feeling funny one time, but it just doesn't do what I want a class like that to do, which is be actually kind of exciting. Computers. We can access the infosphere, which is basically recall knowledge, but it's a bit goofier. You find misleading misinformation. Like, your game master is not going to do that in a way that convinces you is the problem. We can also hack. Okay, so it's just you hack. Ow! Oh! Ah! Program. You can make a program. Oh, it's making an item. But then why does everyone get training in crafting? Anyway, pilot. We don't know how the pilot thing works. There's no pilot rules in this, but this is what piloting does. These are pretty much the rules for vehicles, right? Anyway, here's all the stuff. I don't think anyone prepares spells in this, so that's... But assuming a new disguise can still take 10 minutes to get into character, please, modern technology will not help you. Please stop using items. Hello. Ugh, God damn it, stop being fucking cowards. Oh no, we gotta get into character. Hey, Paizo, you know that like actually good actors don't work like that? Like, some can just like snap on a dime. That's called improv. And like improv, you can train for that. Have you seen Brennan? Have you seen that man on Game Changers? Take the stick out of your ass and just admit you lost. No, you can't use the weapon rope because I can't do it because I'm a fat man. I can't do it. Hello, it's very hard to use the rope on my weapon. It's not a free action anymore. You can be someone else in the No one's gonna believe you in the future. There's fucking magic for this shit. You need cryptography and stuff. Infosphere reputation. I mean, in the Mindscape, you can streamline this process, but unfortunately, since we're dealing with old dorky internet, no. Mindscape is cooler for that reason. The Mindscape's also cool because you can do techno-telepathy, and it integrates itself into the setting in a cool way. Tends with the side with the more hostile attitude. Augmentation lore. No drift lore? God, look at those fucking robots. What is going on in this fight? What is going on? Who is who? Everyone is wearing silver. I can't tell anyone apart. Where are they? In the air? On water? It's very hard to tell at a glance. So even this guy looks like he's trying to do something else other than block. Navigating the neon jungle. Mm-hmm. Let's look at feats. This looks like the old art. It's way grimier. Like a lot of the character art in this is a bit cleaner and nicer. This is kind of grimy. Additional spoons. For those of you who don't know, there's this concept known as spoons to indicate how much energy you have during the day. And that's what that's referring to. Master in diplomacy, though. They're locking that fun one behind something I see. Pathfinder Core, Pathfinder Core, Pathfinder Core, Pathfinder Core. Akashic Eye. One of your eyes looks into a big library. My eye! Can use it more often, fair enough. Augmented body. You can install one augmentation. Doesn't count against your implant limit. The first time you take it, it's free. As long as its item level is 1 or lower. That's cute. Augmentation Specialist. Can earn income as an augmentation surgeon. Like, Starfinder is built around the idea that you go to different tech levels. Same with Mindjammer. But some other games don't care. Like Star Wars, everyone just has the same tech level and stuff. Like, Starfinder wants to do all the stuff without actually doing the homework. Like, stop it. Just stop it. Just stick to what I tell you. Stick to the fun, high-octane action. That's all you need. You don't need the garbage. You need the puff, the color, the thing that all those kids like. They want to look at pretty art, see a fun character that looks exciting, wears some actual goddamn fashion. Put these characters in some fun clothes instead of armor. Ugh. It's the future. Make them sparkle. Make them shine. Give me some fashion souls, baby. Oh. Here's society. Barricade. You make cover. Combat hack. A creature whisperer. Master in medicine. Inject serum. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Can boost a healing potion. Nice. Crowd surfing. That's cute. They really expect you to be in crowds, don't they? There's a lot of feats that are like, you aren't affected by crowds. Why? What are your players doing, Paizo, that they're constantly in crowds? Aren't they supposed to be shooting their guns? Isn't that what the game is about? Like, I think the important part to note is, like, a good thing about role-playing, a good way to know if you're role-playing or not is, does this change anything about your character? Yes, no. I don't mean hit points. I mean, are they the same person going in as out? Paizo isn't built around that. These games are just not built with the idea that your character ends differently than they start. There's no mechanical support for it. Whereas Farflung seems to be entirely built about confronting you with the fact your character kind of sucks. And has all this conflict. They're built with that in mind. There's this ebb and flow of points that let them do certain things. And they get them back by rubbing elbows with players. And other people. Dazzling performance. But in say, Root, it's a bit stronger, all things considered. The whole game is about your character just advancing consistently, and eventually you're expected to stop. Hell, your character straight up stop being your character if your reputation ever gets too high. Because, you know, they're just like, no, you work for us now. Let's see, where's that section? Changing character, here we go. Out with the old. You can't settle down, baby. Yeah, it's basically like, hey, yeah, I'm done. I thought there was like a thing where like if your character is too associated with a faction, they have to quit. But maybe I'm just imagining things. What am I thinking of then? Yeah, exhaustion usually gets marked before injury. Even then, apparently all of your injury doesn't even kill you. Yeah, I don't know. What am I thinking of then? Maybe I'm thinking of reputation. God, I just love how it's like draw attention. If you want to be like, hey, you want to kill me, right? Oh man, I love how it's choose too. They send everyone after you. Ah, that's so great. Ah, you can be like, hey, listen, buddy, everyone hates my guts. Here's my gun. Command resources if they like you enough. Yeah, I must be mistaken with something then. Deadlift for 1 minute. Also, I've been looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles system, like the old one before the animated series even released. That was interesting. That was fun to look at. Very interesting system. Kind of want to run it too. I should tell Como that when he's back. Deific obedience deadlift. For 1 minute, you can. That's just cute. That's cute. I just feel like features and things you can do, like buttons are fun when they break the system. When they let you do something and you feel like a little jerk for getting away with it. Something that makes you go, this is my character. It's so my character that I did something just everyone's like, oh. Alright, listen. I'm just going to point this out, right? These playbooks are fantastic. I think it's the scoundrel. It's the scoundrel. The fucking scoundrel. You clear the exhaustion track when you just blow shit up. Or if you fight against overwhelming opposition, which is easy to do because, like, one of your things is make a fucking bomb. Or break something with a big sledgehammer. You have a mask. You double notoriety. It's just like all of this makes you feel like a cheeky little bastard. It makes your character feel like someone, and they've got their own advantages in life, and you want to play them a certain way because that's how you get your bonuses, your cool upgrades. So what are the upgrades anyway? Because you probably, I think it's under session moves. Here we go. Oh man, look at these. You can even change these, by the way. Like, you're not stuck with these. You are stuck with your playbook, but you can change one at the end. Let me show you. That was under session moves. You can replace a drive. You can replace a nature. Your nature, because you only have one. Or you can replace a connection. Connections. Oh yeah, that was the thing I was talking about. Like how to connect your player characters. Is you have these connections, and they give you little bonuses. You can change those over time too. Like I said. Did it get little bonuses? Yeah, there are mechanical effects. It's just I'm thinking of the playbooks. They're not in here. 51. So we saw like where. There we go. Protector. When they are on reach, mark exhaustion to take a blow for them. You get a +1 because you protected them. Just cute little things that make you play a certain way. They put you into a role and they inspire you to try harder and to do more. Why not? You're already getting paid for it. What was I looking for again? These advancements are just cute. Here we go. You can take a +1 to a maximum +2. Some books let you go up to +3. Remember, you're rolling 2d6 and you're usually trying to get a 7 or higher. 10 plus is also a very good number. Or was it 12 plus? 12 plus is like the really good one, right? You could take a new move from your playbook, maximum 5, or 2 from others, and then you're capped out. You can take dual weapon skills or roguish feats. Add boxes to harm tracks. Take new connections. Like you can level up. You level up and you notice the difference. You're very strong. You gain big muscles. Oh, you can change playbooks. You can be like, yeah, my character isn't a destroyer anymore. And that too is like part of it. It's like, I'm not a wizard anymore. Like, my character doesn't want to do magic. And in most Pathfinder games and D&D, you just can't do that. But here it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Your character isn't an exile anymore. They're just another vagabond. Ah. I like how the game doesn't even, it's like, this dying is just not part of it, buddy. Don't kill characters. Don't kill them. It's not part of the game. They're vagabonds. They're tougher than that. If they die, it's got to be a blaze of glory. They're fighting an army, not some dude. Well, if they're fighting a dude, it's going to be a very important dude. You leap, land prone, and immediately take cover. Ha! That's actually pretty cute. That's adorable. I love that. Don't know why it's an acrobatics expert feat, but okay. Digital ambassador. I think another part that's really important. So I'm gonna just put this. I think combat undermines roleplay. I'm not saying combat isn't roleplay. I think people that say that combat can be roleplay are desperately trying to cover up the fact that too much combat distracts from roleplay. In modern polite society, you don't just kill dozens of people in a day. And it gets in the way because at some point you have to talk, you have to reflect, you have to change. And if you're worried about combat and combat balance, you can't. It's harder. It's not as encouraged. The game gets more rigidly wound around this core instead of letting you just kick your little feeties around like a little man. Electrical engineer. So you can do role-playing combat. It's just never the better option. There are better ways to do it. Oh, that's interesting. Strength +3. Based on a stat? Wow. Oh man, it's crafting. What can we get with crafting? Oh, we can craft so many crafts. Minecraft. That's like the only one with a plus bonus. Weird. Ah! Man, you're at a fucking beach and you're still covering your mouth. Stop being weird. Could be interesting detail, but it's not. I feel like here's the thing, right? You want to know how you write a good race description? Start off with this mental image. You are standing, you are you. You are a modern human being. You walk up to some random fucking clown. What is the first thing you see about them? He covers up his mouth. What is the first thing you might run into in that first conversation? Well, maybe you ask about the mask. It's like, you never ask them about their mask. They will give you the for it. That kind of stuff. Like, if you are a human talking to them, how does that go? What is the difference between talking to a Rakshasa and a Tengu and a catfolk and an orc? The orc gives you a mighty handshake and goes, yes! The Tengu might ask you a wise riddle or something. And that kind of stuff. That gives you an idea what it's like to be such a thing, to act differently. Do the elves even consider you? Do they take a full minute to absorb you? Because they have all the time in the world, so they don't care about wasting a few minutes just seeing what you look like. Perhaps the dwarf looks for valuables to see if anything has been crafted particularly well, because, it's a good icebreaker. It's how they start conversations. They just don't talk unless there's something worth discussing. Fabricator. Huh. That's the Peter Griffin meme. Just lie down and pretend you're dead. Should probably repeat those statements to Como. About combat and roleplay. What was the other thing I said? Fuck, I forget so quickly nowadays. I mean, to be fair, I always forgot stuff really quickly. And about like how to make racial descriptions. Like, what is it like to see this person? The kind of introductory text. That's why angry is like, when you start a session, you should probably have your players just say, what does your character look like? When they see your character, what do they see? What do they smell? What's a conversation with a Tengu like? Is far more useful than this bullshit about cultures. You can put that cultural bullshit somewhere else, but your primary introduction to a species should always be, When you walk into a room and there they are and you start some small talk, how does it go? What do they feel? What do they say? How did they greet you? Like I said with the dwarf, he looks at you. He sees all the things you got on you that are nicely crafted, because that's how you start a conversation, because there needs to be something to talk about for a dwarf. With an elf, maybe they take a couple of minutes to look at you, because you know they got all the time in the goddamn world. Maybe a tabaxi immediately starts pestering you with 1,000 questions. Oh, goddamn those tabaxis. Never stop. They dress flamboyantly. Their clothing is loose and flows in the wind, so when they move, it's very disorienting. Of course, your character is going to be wearing plate mail for the entire adventure, because this is how D&D works, so fuck it. Just fucking hit it. That's why I'm like, just get rid of the armor, Paizo. Focus on the fashion souls. It's the future. Give me some fashion souls. God. Inappropriate joke. Tell the joke in combat. What the hell? Fool the camera. Get down. Inject serum. Oh. Oh, you can shoot your poisons now, huh? Ow. Intimidating shot. Oh, that's cute. Good for the soldier. Just kidding. Kiss it better. Just kiss your makeup. Temporary hit points. Yeah. For 1 round. Yeah. Why can't they last? Why is that such a problem, Paizo? Wow, I get half of them as temporary hit points. Who fucking cares if they last the whole combat or not? Why are you so cheap? Why are you like so cheap about it? Give me something and let me keep it for once. Jesus. I'm not allowed to have anything in this game. Management material. My biggest problem with, like, it only lasts 1 round is I get the temporary hit points. I run into the fight. My round is ended. My temporary hit points are gone. What the hell do I do now? I lost them. So I'm not gonna use them. They're just lost. They're dust in the wind. Master Two. Because we're very cute here. Hello. Hello. Take a personas to workshop a new character. Oh, man. That is a massive amount of fucking downtime. Holy shit. Why? Why? That's the benefit? Who fucking cares, Paizo? Jesus Christ, that's just garbage. I mean, it's a skill feat, and it's trained, but like 7 days? Oh. Percussive maintenance. I mean, the action's shit, but like, it's just a DC 10 flat check. Oh my god, that's so dumb. I mean, this is just a 20. Like, it's not even that good in that way. You know, 50%, well, 55% of the time. You can make poisons and items medical. Man, I haven't heard the term freaking in a while. For those of you who don't know what freaking is, it's basically people who fuck around with like telecom devices. You know, they take phones apart and they, what was it again? They launched like frequencies into phones or something to get like free calls. Like that's how it started. Is they had a little device they could hook it up to like a telephone box and they could get like free calls or something. Here we go. Oh yeah, emergency. Yeah, there were calls for long distance calls back then for fines and fees, and they found ways to avoid that by making certain sounds. Really weird term in a modern setting like this, but whatever. Plant rumor. Oh, plant rumor. I thought it meant like it's a rumor that Winnie knows about. My little plant boy knows about this cool rumor. Power slide. I'm slide to the left and slide to the right. If I ever play something like Pathfinder or anything again, God, do I not care about so much. Like the whole concept of level progression and bounce and stuff, it just seems so boring. Like, what is the fun? Playing a video game? I gained dark vision. Whoa! It's not like you can get that in through thousands of other ways or buy a fucking flashlight to strap to your head. Quick install, Raptor's Eye. Ah. Sanctify. Give me a safe space. Sniper stance. You can shoot while you're prone. Hell yeah. Without a trace. Un dos without a trace. Oh yeah, that's not what I heard. I kind of like this one. It makes someone fucking distracted. Urban survivalist. Get me the trash can food. Equipment. Credits and gold. All that glitters is credits. I bet they don't have a cool acronym for credits either. Oh, it's the how to put stuff in your pockets. Give me those pockets. And now we can upgrade equipment instead of constantly buying new guns. Ugh, such a fucking drag. It's like, but I like my gun. I want to keep it. No, you have to buy a new gun because it's got more dice and slightly more range and a battery is better. Armor. Mostly the same if I recall correctly. However, unarmored. Why would anyone go with unarmored? Everyone here gets armor proficiency. There's no reason not to. So there's not as many as the original game where there were ranks and stuff, but instead we have this. And that's how you increase the amount of upgrade slots and shit you have. So the base armor has some determinants for that. This is also done incorrectly. I think this is where upgrade slots are still 2, because that's how the step process works. Kind of weird the resilience and AC bonus go up at the same time. Although I guess that's how it works. You get this, and then you get the upgrade slot. The upgrade slots better be pretty good. This is old art. If I recall correctly, these are all the old ones too. They're better. They're just the armor suits, so it's fine that they're a bit more monochronous and boring, because this is like what you would see in a store. But making character models with this bland of a color scheme doesn't work. Although I will say the microcord has like the nice blue, it has some decent contrast, it works pretty well. The Aegis series has the blue, but I think the Iomade icon is a bit much. It's a bit too complex. It makes the model look too complex. Again, it's so desaturated and flat. It doesn't pop. Give me that pop. And we've got some shields. They're not that good. Look at that hardness. Oof. 7 hardness. I would like to point out that that is 13. 13 hardness. It's gonna break. Just a couple of shots and it's gone. Ugh. Gross. But then again, you're shooting with guns. Stop using shields, you loser. Switch hands. Okay, so you have to designate. Alright. Increase die sizes. I remember that in the playtest for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, if you hit D12 and you tried to increase it further, it would increase it to... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the playtest. The resonance test. Oh, fuck. Oh man, I remember Resonance. Resonance fixed so many problems and then they got rid of it because everyone got really scared. Everyone got really scared. It was so scary. Hello, I'm so scared. Hello, it's so scary. Where is my latest stuff? I just want to see the playtest stuff because it fills me with sadness to be reminded of what used to be. Where is the playtest stuff? Why do I have 2 folders? No, seriously, Safi, where is the playtest stuff? You had the playtest stuff, Safi. Where'd you leave it? It's this one? Oh, here we go. I found it. God, I really kind of like the playtest books' aesthetics. It has a certain charm to them. It was very blunt and honest. What was that about again? Oh, yeah, die sizes. I think under fighter we can find that section. Gosh. Oh man, the old action symbols. They didn't scale downward, so they were all like the same size, which was a bit harder to read. Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit. I hated how they put my entire fucking email under there, but here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. And then you get a +2. So that's how that was gonna work, and then they never did. Magazine, weapons expend ammo, and they have a magazine size. I don't like this. It's really complicated. Ammo stuff in general is kind of annoying as hell. Don't do it. You don't need it. Paizo, you don't need it. All right. I know a lot of people say, "But guns." No. You want to know how often I have my players reload in Traveler? Never, because it never comes up. In Traveler, it never comes up. Guns have so many bullets in them. It never comes up. Okay. You want to know? You want to know? You want to fucking know how much your players are going to reload in Traveler? They're going to reload a shotgun. Are they? Are they going to reload a shotgun? Is that the only weapon they'll ever reload ever? It might be. Hold on, I'm pulling out the book. God, I really just like the playtest, because the playtest I dealt with a lot. I looked at it a lot, so I like it a lot. Okay, what am I looking for? Looking for the collection. Okay, so let's say I am a normal boy. I'm a very ordinary guy, and I have a laser rifle. 100 shots. I'm never running out of this fucking thing. Okay, but that's a laser gun. What if I'm, say, using a shotgun? 6 shots. Odds are, if you're using a shotgun, you are not in a situation where those 6 shots are not going to solve the problem. Okay, what if I'm using an advanced combat rifle? 40. With the auto score included, you can shoot 10 times. You're probably done by that point. You are probably done. There are 3 other people in your party who also have ammo in their weapons. You are done by the time you have taken 10 turns of shooting. Okay, but what about a revolver? 6. It's enough. It's enough. You don't need these rules, Paizo. You can pretend you do, but modern weapons just are built to shoot more than once. Flintlocks, yeah, but you can't do this. You just don't do it. Don't bother. It gets in the way. People want to shoot their pew-pew guns. That's all they want to do. They don't want to bother with ammo and reloading. You're annoying them with random bullshit they don't care about. Nobody wakes up at 5 in the morning and goes, man, that reload was amazing. You're just doing it so you have things to give people. Look at all these features. Oh, by the way. Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. You're going to fucking love this. This is just the dumbest shit ever. Weapon fusions, aka we want to have weapon enhancements, but not really. The fusions were so dumb. What am I looking for? Lasers. Where are the lasers? Oh, look at these beautiful weapons. Look at these gems. You can slap them on a gun. Laser weapons. Invisible creatures don't take damage from lasers as the beams pass through them harmlessly. Smoke provides both cover and concealment. Can penetrate darkness but don't provide illumination, which is mostly because they're just instantaneous. And also lasers are concentrated beams, so like naturally they wouldn't. However, I think it's smoke grenades that mention it. No, but it's implied. It's just kind of funny. In Traveler, there's a special kind of grenade. Traveler really likes having a bunch of random stuff that is like, oh no, it's a laser gun. And I think it's because laser guns are kind of deadly. They're like 5D damage. Even the pistols are 3D, which is a lot. Okay, it's not that much. Revolvers are 3D, -3, but whatever. But there are grenades for this. Aerosols. Aerosol grenades are harmless. They create a fine mist that diffuses any lasers that are fired and go through it. They do not block normal vision. Laser attack tracing line of sight into or through the mist has its damage reduced by -10. There's a lot of like counter laser technology in this, which I kind of like. I kind of love it. It really feels like someone had to think about this stuff. I wonder if they kept that. Probably not, because that would break the game, and then the game is broken. And when the game is broken, you can't play the game, because people play the game to play the game. They want to shoot the gun. They want to go pew-pew with the pew-pew gun. And if the pew-pew gun doesn't do the pew-pew thing, then, well, what's even the point? Whoa, we don't play the game to have realism. We play the game to have fun with the gun. Pew-pew-pew. again, it's I don't know, man. I don't think I saw anything that said that. Yeah, look, it's grenades. I think they got rid of the whole lasers can't hit invisible targets thing. Which is so fucking lame. So goddamn lame. Let's see, laser. No, nothing. As far as I can tell, that's it. If it's not on the crit spec, it doesn't come up. Laser guns are no longer affected by aerosol. Shame. I mean, in Pathfinder, it never really mattered as much. In Traveler, it matters because it's a whole different weapon class. It's fairly cheap. Was it fairly cheap? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Okay, let's just look it up. So a laser pistol is 2,000. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so a laser rifle is 4,000, 3.5, 8,000 for the big one compared to select throwers. So it's like fancy stuff. It's I guess the idea is like it's a cheap deterrent for player characters if they're dealing with more well-equipped opponents. Yeah, it's just a fun trick to have up your sleeve. Makes you feel cool because you're like, aha, your gun is useless. -10, which on 5d6 is a lot. Especially since you're also wearing armor, and there's like ablative armor and stuff, which is fairly cheap anti-laser technology. There's also some stuff for anti-plasma, because plasma hurts like hell too. Alright, let's take a look. Laser pistol. Actually, let's look at the ones in this one. Man, look at those plasmas. Look at that Thunderstrike pistol. Look at that Corona laser rifle. The tactical auto beam. Such goofy weapons. I love how the cryo guns are just leaking all over the place. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Static arc. It's like you can get every element. Here's a flamethrower. That seems dangerous. Here's a flamethrower. Sir, I don't want to. Here's a flamethrower. Just use it. Have fun. Shoot your friends. I don't want to shoot my. Just shoot your friends. Shoot them. It's fine. It's fine. So what I mean with you had to buy upgrades the whole time. This is a laser. You get a laser rifle, then at 6th level you buy a laser rifle, and then at 9th level you buy a laser rifle, and then at 13th level you buy a laser rifle, and then at 7th level you buy a laser rifle, and 20th level you buy a laser rifle. You buy a new one. And you sell them. Now, if you're clever, you'll notice that, oh, ammo capacity goes up, critical effect goes up, damage goes up, range goes up, everything goes up. There's one more problem. Selling costs. If I recall correctly, they were kind of shit. Selling equipment. 10%. Because the game expects you to fight a lot of human people who have lots of gear on them, the game is like, oh, well, no one knows who you are. So your stuff is 10%. I mean, when you're fighting 4 people and they're all wearing pretty good gear, yeah, perfectly understandable they would work like that. Anyway, that's not the case here. Weapons instead get the little augmentation table over here. Tracking is, more aiming, damage dice, more damage dice. And upgrade slots. Note, by the way, this is exactly the same as it is in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's just that it's 10 times more because credits. 10 credits per 10 credits per gold, because we're using the silver standard, remember? We're not using the silver standard, we just pretend that we are, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Jesus fucking Christ, why did they even bother? Okay, so what else we got? We got grenade guns. We can shoot the grenades! Pew pew! I don't know how to feel about the fact, by the way, that Ultimate is below Paragon. I know Paragon sounds cooler, but Ultimate's ultimate. We got smoke grenades, which do not... Jesus fucking Christ, Paizo, do we really need this many? What the hell are you doing? I guess the DC is yours, but Jesus Christ, Paizo. Holy shit, don't make it so weird. So many. It's like, at this point, I can just buy, right? I could just buy 100 of these fucking things and just throw them out there. Just make a stupid one of those Hwacha things and just go... There's smoke grenades all over the floor. Good job, buddy. Also, like... That's not how that works. Smoke grenades sit on the ground for a while, releasing smoke for a while. Flash grenades, or flash bangs as they are often called, they don't dazzle you. They smack you around the ears with concussive force. You're knocked out of it. You're stunned sooner than you are just blinded. Also, by the way, don't touch a flash grenade that's gone off. Those things are smoldering hot after use. You can install armor upgrades. You can install weight buffer. You can install basic protection. These are basic. They're just like, hey, you go to a planet that's a bit spooky. You know, in Traveler, there's just a fucking vac suit. Like, again, the stupid combat rules get in the way of the game just working and having fun with the setting. It's dumb. Stop. Active camouflage, aka it's an enhancement, but not really. There used to be a spell or effect called... There used to be a property wound that was called Shadow, but now it's a cool active camo. Wow. It's almost like the property. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's like they want to have their cake and pretend they're eating it too. But they're not. Active energy shielding. I mean, these are fine. They're fine. Their abilities, they're cool. They're on your armor. You have so many choices. You have all these fucking character feats, class feats, skill feats, and everything. You got enough. Glamour projector. Glamorize. Please have this on all of your main cast, Paizo. I don't want to see people in the future in fucking armor. Most people in polite society don't walk around in combat armor. They walk around in the streets in their comfortable clothes. You know, like normal people. But my armor system doesn't work. If they do, then fuck off. Simple as that, Paizo. Just fuck off if that's your problem. You know why Traveler has the law level system? To prevent that problem. Do you want to know how Mindjammer handles it? Pretty much all characters are implied to be like, killing people is bad. So despite the fact that we have super powerful, just don't do it. It's like they want to have their cake if it's a rough and tumble world and you need to be ready for a fight at all times. With the fact that you're going to attend a meeting and you're walking in fucking battle dress? You don't walk into a meeting in battle dress. You weirdo. Wear some fun clothes. Ugh. Force field's back. I love force field. It's just. Here's some bonus hit points. Let's see how it compares, because it's a fairly easy and quick comparison. Oh, yeah, these. Let me see if I can find them. Where are they? Where are they? Look at this dumb armor. Oh, it's so dumb. I think the only people who are trained in power armor, by the way, are mechanics. They're pretty cool though. Get climb speed out of it, I guess. Where is force field? Look at this. Jesus, it takes up so much more. Look at this. Look at this. All right. Look at how hard this is to read. Look at how hard this is to read. You want to know what it looks like in the... Oh, look at this. Huh. Wow, I can read that pretty fucking fast, huh? There's no cost. Where's the... How much do these cost? Oh, they're up here, yeah. There you go. Kind of weird they split it in two, but this is so much nicer than whatever the hell this is. They seriously need to change their formatting because it doesn't live up to what they need. Same with the fucking grenades. Like, this doesn't work anymore, Paizo. It just doesn't work when you have this many variants. You need a new system. You need a new system. You can't just backport everything into Starfinder and think it works. Okay? Jesus Christ. If you're just going to make it a stupid expansion like this, just keep it to that and don't bother with the rest. Don't bother with the rest. You're not putting in the effort or the legwork. Boom, boom. Fear projector. Oh, fear projector. You mean a fearful weapon? No, it's a fear projectile. It's technology. It's magic tech. It's not the same. All I want to ask is like, Jesus fucking Christ, we are in the future and the weapons still do the same thing. Only this time I can slap it on as a stupid tech gizmo. Yeah. So lame. Oh man, it's potency for your Solarian crystals. Solarian crystals in the old version were kind of weird. Where are they? Ooh, where are they? These are weapon fusions, by the way. They're enhancements, basically. You just fucking slap it on and it soaks in. Oh, here they are. Crystals. Where are they? There they are. Here you go. Here you go. This is how they worked in the fact that these guys are little melee punchers. Is you had to keep buying new crystals and slap them on your weapon. So weird. Ah. The unique lamp. AKA just how I like how this is an upgrade, but just glued to your head. You can get striking. Get orbitals for the orbital effects. Augmentations. Dragon gland. Climbing suckers. You mean gecko gloves? Oh man, you can get a prehensile tail. But if you're a species that has a tail, you don't get this bonus. You have to get a special tail. You have to get a real tail. Ugh. Cybernetics. Auto Dreamer. Dark vision capacitors. This is so weird. I want you to look at this, right? It tells you, oh, by the way, you can see lasers. Oh, by the way, you can see lasers, but only with the... I don't get it. It's the formatting doesn't work. It doesn't do it. Look at this. What are you doing, Paizo? What are you doing? That this is your formatting. I'm getting dermal plating. Oh, that's so dense. Ugh, it's hard in the eyes. It's white on black. There's bold text, there's small text. It just turns into squigglies. Anyone with fucking like dyslexia is gonna look at these repeated patterns and go like, I can't look at this. All right, I just can't. It's too dense. Apex augmentations. Oh, you mean those items of the creature? No, they don't increase your modifier by one. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Hello. Hello. Yep, just the modifier things. Mm-hmm. A 1 plus your constitution modifier. Necrographs are disgusting. It's basically... Ugh, let's take a look at it. So necrographs... how do I fucking put this? Are they even in this? Don't know if they're in this. But basically it's like, hey, let's glue some undead stuff to you. Maybe they're in the armory book. Yeah, they're in the armory book. Hold on. Armory. Armory. Unnecessary augmentations and necrografts. Augmentations utilizing undead organs and necromantic rituals rather than technology. They're invented on Eox. You get a spooky hand you can slap someone with and they get really cold. Ghoul glands that make people diseased. Shadow nerves. Ugh. A necrocortex. Get yourself some of them sexy necrografts. They were in the army books. It's fair enough they don't show over again. Yeah, no, you don't like the design space, or you would have a far better way of presenting your information. You pushed nothing. You just took magic items and turned them into stuff you slap in your body. You're trying to fix the attunement problem, the resonance thing. You're fixing it. You're doing it again. You're just pretending you're not. Like, seriously, these are just magic items, and you're pretending they're not. Oh, maybe it's magic items. Look at how few there are. I mean, to be fair, there were very few in the other book. Here, let me pull this up for you. You're like, oh man, magic items. I love those. Oh, that's not a lot. Oh, those are. Oh, so that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the magic items. You're done. Really? Yeah, that's it. Go fuck yourself. It's a bit more here, but they are writing out a bunch of stuff. And a lot of these are just versions, and they need more versions now, so. I don't know. Oh, I know someone who needs to see that. That's what I want. Just give me the flash and the flare. Give me some of that contrast. The brights, the whites, the blacks, and the darks. Nice, colorful image. Look at all this garbage. Sorry, but the text makes my brain go, this is AI generated, isn't it? It looks way too scribbly and non-deliberate, is the problem. Also, that hand looks silly. It doesn't register as a hand. It looks like a doll. The Pain Journal! Just call it the Death Note. And it's kind of weird that we don't have the Technomancer, but we still have spell chips. Kind of felt like they were, directly related to Technomancers. Like I put my spell chip into my wristband, and then I cast it like a Technomancer. Now we don't have the Technomancer in the book, even though they kind of felt like the perfect arcane caster. I don't know. Alright, adventuring gear. Fuck off, Paizo. Just don't. Get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Get some of the coolest gadgets, put them over there, make an adventuring kit, put all the necessaries in there. Your players are mostly going to be in polite society. They don't need this shit. Okay? You can get rid of it. Save yourself the hassle. Although computers in the other one were, very involved. Computers were like this. Oh, by the way, you have to buy a computer. Then you got to put on all these modules, and they increase the price by a certain percentage. It's really weird. It's just weird. We're still, yeah, it's all computers. A little bit too much, and none of it matters. None of it's exciting. None of it works. Hey, not to tell you how to live your life. There's something I'm looking for. You want to know something that's really annoys the shit out of me? Okay, so in the original, let's see if I can find it. I think it's a hybrid? No, magic. Here we go. There we go. Serum of Sex Shift. 350 bucks. You can buy a potion. You give it us. Abracadabra, abracazoo. Your girl! I'm a girl. I'm a girl. Whoa! Just one gulp, and you become girl or boy. So, my problem with this is I've noticed a bunch of new role playing systems, such as Pathfinder, see this, and they go, "We're not doing that anymore." I'm like, "Okay, what do you do instead?" Here we go. Isn't this Legacy at this point? Also, I love that it's like if you have a baby, you can't take it. If you have a baby, don't take it. Hello. It's like it can't be used as an abortion pill. Come on, Paizo. Let me use my abortion pill. I think Paizo did it, but I might be thinking of something else. But there's a system where they had like, by the way, if you want to take the sex change potion, it takes a fucking time. What do you mean it takes time? Well, you have to take it like 18,000 times over the course of a week. And then you'll slowly change. And I'm like, you used to have a fucking potion. I can chuck it once. Bada bing, bada boom. Girl. And you're telling me that you got rid of that and you made it like, well, because a lot of people, they take forever. Like, they have to take all these, they have to take drugs, a lot of drugs. They have to take so many drugs to change sex. I'm like, come on, man. It's a magic setting. Can't you just let me have the cool magic potion and throw it at my friends and laugh? Like, wouldn't a setting where that shit exists, wouldn't their concept of sex and gender be, like, very goofy as a result? I like that. Give me that. Give me the goof. But they got rid of it. They got rid of it. Programmer's plushie. I mean, that's literally just a rubber duck thing. This is just the fucking rubber ducking, where the rubber ducking is in programming. You take out a rubber duck and you try to explain in simple terms that a rubber duck can understand what you're doing, so that you can compartmentalize for yourself what you're doing wrong. Where's the sex change potion, Paizo? Where's the sex change potion, Paizo? Spray flesh. So I can just constantly spray this on them? Oh, it's the spells. We're almost done, aren't we? Yeah, we're almost done. The majority of Path are asexual. What? Oh, they make a lot of babies. Sure enough, 3 sex rolls. They produce eggs and sperm, and then some motherfucker has to eat them. Morphic skin. That's it? That's it? There's no sex change potion? You got rid of the sex change potion. Why'd you do that? I just want to guzzle them while I'm out and about in a fine romp through town. Just fucking chug them. Chug, chug, chug. It's the best way to spend your goddamn weekend. What the hell is this? The purpose of the system is what it does. Holy shit, cybernetics is the transdisciplinary study of circular processes such as... What? The duck test? Ah. So that's what that's about. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of new spells. You want some new spells? Let's look at some new spells. We can download. We can make stuff stick together as a cantrip. That's fucking hilarious. Thank you. I love it. That is so dumb. I love it. Who needs a doorstop? Turn your bullet into a doorstop. Absolute zero. It's very cold here. Akashic Revival. It's just gonna download myself. Thank you very much. You wouldn't download a ferret. Analyze target. I'm gonna look at him very closely. Atomic Blast. You split an atom. That's not how that works. The reason that, I mean, if you're splitting an actual atom, I don't know, but the reason atomic bombs work is there's so many atoms you're blowing up. It's not one. Like, you need very specific circumstances for a single fission reaction to properly, like, go across everything. Splitting one atom probably won't even do all that much. The bond between neutrons and protons isn't that exciting. Now, if you split an actual proton, I don't know, but Avatar. We already had that one. Battle Sonata. Cross bolter. You can't use the word bolter. That's reserved by a motherfucker. I still don't like pure evil deities. Like, who the hell would worship them? A bunch of fucking weirdos you're supposed to kill, but that's just weird. In a not good way. Near carcinization. Karen form. Carapace of stone. Call the cosmos. You can turn people into crabs. They can willingly do so and then become a crab. Caustic conversion. This picture's pretty fucking cool. I love that. It's so good. Too bad that's not in the goddamn game, I assure you. Might be chrono push, but lame. Cellular stimulant. Give that man some energy. Interesting spell. Corrosive Haze, aka Fart Cloud. Death Sentence. What? You judge the target unfit to exist, forcing reality to reject them. Jesus. So you just... So it's that cause harm spell. Harm, basically. Fuck that guy in particular. Delete. With a flamboyant magical gesture. You cannot do this with conventional ones. Okay, listen, Paizo. Your two spellcasters are repertoires. They are not taking delete ever. It's going to be on a spell gem, I guess, or spell chip. It's going to be one of those, and that's the only time it exists. Why do you even bother? Just make utility spells their own little thing. God, I love this. This is bad enough, but this gets so much... Listen, Dave. You haven't seen it. Listen. You need to see this. I hate this so much. Look at this. Look at how many entries there are. It's a little more expensive. It has 5-foot radius. It's a little more expensive. It has 5-foot radius. A little more expensive. It's 5-foot radius. A little more expensive. It's 5-foot radius. A little more expensive. It's 5-foot radius. A little more expensive. Oh, it's a 10-foot radius. God damn. Jesus. Fuck. Ow. Why are you doing this? You went on, did in the old one. Again, also, they stole my serum of Sex Shift. They stole it from me. Ugh. I bet they're going to be like, oh, you have to take it for several months. Like, fuck you. Give me the magic. Fucking throw the magic directly into my body. I'm going to go on a bender on a weekend where I've been every second of the day, and no one even knows who the hell that guy was. Just that they ran out with their tits out, and by the time they reached the other side of the street, the tits were gone. Everyone wonders what the hell happened. But in this case, grenades. Weapon tables. I think they were a lot more concise here. Nope. Jesus, I forgot they were just as annoying. I don't know if the Roman numerals are any better. But I think there's only smoke grenade. Because I realized that it's kind of fucking stupid to have a whole bundle of smoke grenades. It's just smoke grenade. Instead of a fucking billion of them. Jesus Christ. Safi, you're back. Look at this Como. Look at how awful this looks. Actually, if you want to see something truly awful... So, armor upgrades. Look at this. This is how they used to do it. This is how they used to do it. This is... Oh, look. It's a nice force field table. Tells me everything I need to know. Here's the force field table. Oh my god. What? Look at this. Anyone with dyslexia looks at this and goes, I can't read this. My brain is just glazing over from all this repeated text. Oof. Like, why are you doing this? Jesus, why? Okay, so there are some other things that I wanted to tell you, Como, that I had in my mind while you were gone. One is how races should be presented, like how a species should be presented in a context. I mean, people don't like this kind of species stuff anymore. They don't like the idea that aliens are different and weird, and humans are different and weird. But combat, I feel that in this system they should focus on roleplay and have combat be this sort of fun high moment where like all the cool guns come out and everyone has a big shootout and the shootout takes a couple sessions. But in between that is like a long period of downtime, or there's just a lot of scattered downtime, just like in Shadowrun. There's the heist where everything is tense and exciting, and then there's the roleplay in the long, the experience system would allow, but dysgraphia. Most of my students have it. Yeah, I just don't like this. It's they are so afraid of formatting their text. They're so afraid of formatting it that it becomes this wash of random garbage. Oh. Okay, so dyslexia is mispronouncing, dysgraphia is misreading. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm still gonna get it wrong, but in due time, perhaps I can learn. So what was I saying again? My problem with combat is people say, well, combat can be role playing too, but combat cannot lead to role playing. Combat in general has to contain the role play components. The problem is that combat takes forever and very little happens. So little time passes that too much combat. What are you going to do? You can't have a fun conversation or a back and forth or a dialogue or a good monologue in a combat. You can't. It just doesn't work like that in most systems. Maybe in Thirsty Sword Lesbians because it's built to do that, but the system doesn't have a combat engine that gets in the way. I just these people who say this, who say like, oh, you can roleplay in combat, what they are saying is, I have too much combat and my players can't roleplay, so I have to do the roleplaying in combat and I have to force them to do it. Just stop it. Get rid of the combat. Just have fun. Just play the good game. The other one is, I don't like how races are generally presented. I think every race, the way they should open, the way an Ancestry opens its fucking chapter, when it opens that goddamn mouth, here is what you get. You get the description. What do they look like? You walk into the room, you see an orange blob, a jellyfish looking almost like a jelly bean or like a gummy bear floating in the air. Underneath are wispy purple tendrils that move like grasping hands. And then you talk. How do they talk? What are their interests, their priorities? Surely, if they are a different alien species with a vastly different culture and understanding of the world, they would talk to us about different topics. Surely, a Vesk would immediately try to assert dominance. Who in this room is of the right order? What rank are you in the soldier? What is your greatest conquest? Your weapon, has it ever been used? When you talk to a Skittermancer, it probably wants the fucking... Hey, you got a candy in your pocket? Can I have that candy? Oh, thank you. I love that candy. Like, I want a good race establishment is, this is what you see, and when you talk to them, this is what they bring up. The Kasatha, for example, you in that conversation, let's assume a normal human conversation, you're a human and you're talking to them, you bring up the mask and they would explain the mask. That's the thing that would happen in that first conversation. First contact, what is first contact like with this species? What is it like to talk to an elf? I've said this before, an elf would probably look at a human for like a couple of minutes, because elves have all the time. They'll look at you and they'll go, They really want to absorb who you are and what you look like and what you smell like. So they remember you better because they have so many experiences already. And a dwarf might look at you and wonder, what equipment do you have on you? Because they have business. They are very practical people. They will only talk to you if there's something to discuss. So they'll look at you and they'll look for something on you that's worth discussing. Perhaps a halfling will simply invite you inside and immediately wave towards a plate of treats that has been set aside for you already. Perhaps a gnome will immediately draw you by the arm and ask you to hold on to some strange contraption, simply to see if humans are allergic to it or not. That is what I think a good race description gives you. It gives you, the player, a lot of inspiration. What do I look like? What do they wear? Surely an elf wears different clothes from a dwarf. Does the dwarf wear something dirty and specific? Does he have soot cluttering up his clothing? Or like little ashes in his beard? Does the elf wear long, flowing attire that mesmerizingly moves when they talk? Do they even move while talking, or stand there still as a statue? And that is what you give in the first 2 paragraphs. The physical description, what do they look like, and then the conversation and what comes out of it. That way, when you deal with a species, you're like, oh man, they're so different. Look at this conversation, how weird it is. Also, Americans vastly underestimate how talkative they are. Anyway, we're at spells. So far, spells are spells. They're spells. They're boring. Oh, by the way, Como, augments, Jesus fucking Christ. Augments and a lot of the stuff they're doing, the way they're handling stuff, it really feels like they wanted to turn the magic item system down a couple of notches, and so like, oh, you can only have so many augments. But the augments are the magic items. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's like they just don't... If you're gonna work like this, And you're gonna pretend you can't change the core system. Why are you even bothering? I don't care. You can't kill 50 people in a modern setting and think it's fine. It doesn't work, Paizo. You can't just backport a fantasy setting into the future and think it works. Spells. Control machine, obviously. Gonna need one of those. Death sentence, hilarious. You can detect thoughts. I think we already had that one, right? Discharge. Wasn't there like a spell in this one where you can turn a battery into a bomb? I don't envy Starfinder. It had to make a whole new set of spell lists from the ground up, and like copying from Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 gave them so much leeway. Having to build it from the ground up for Starfinder must have been a pain in the ass. Technomancer. It's kind of weird the Technomancer's gone, even though there's so much more tech stuff. You know, like spell chips. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Supercharge weapon. Overheat. Unseen servant. Bye bye, como fine. Entropy strike. That's a lot of void damage. Oh, it's a critical hit. Of course. Doom scroll. No, it's so sad. Dream of home. Ah, homesickness. What am I thinking of? Like, I know this spell exists. It must have been a Technomancer thing, right? Or maybe it was a Technomancer feature. That could also be true. Yibingus. There we go. You transform a used battery into a powerful explosive. Oh, that's part of it. Oh, there you go. It's not a spell component anyway, though, so it implies you just get one out of your back pocket. I just have a battery in my pocket. Don't ask about it. Event Horizon. You unleash a supermassive black hole. Why not a normal one? Why's it got to be supermassive? It doesn't really change anything. Eldritch Blast. Sorry, Eldritch Lance. It's a beam, not a blast. It does not blast at the target. It does mental damage. Yeah. In a world of robots. Ugh. Explosion of rot. Feline senses. Oh, heck, I was going to talk to Como. I'll just show it to him later by showing him the whole thing. Genetic regeneration, flash fire. Don't think, yeah, because it was a Technomancer thing. Logic Bomb, Irradiate, Life Seal. Nothing too exciting. A lot of these are just like, oh, here we go, motivating ringtone. Oh, that's pretty cute. Cosmically composed personal theme. Listen, just because Alice can do it against Star Power doesn't mean you need to put it in your fucking game. That is a reference to Slarp. Ricochet. Oh, oh! Oh, fuck. I remember that spell. Ooh, I remember that spell. I think it's this one. Hurl Force Disc. Man, Hurl Force Disc. Big friend, big pal. Very great, very lovely. Here's how it works. Here we go. You create a spinning disc of first shimming force and hurl an opponent. You smack him, it then ricochets up to no more than 4. Boink, 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 boink. It's a hilarious spell. Too bad it's a bit meh, but it's cute. Very good against small groups of weak goons. Or recharge a weapon. Whoa, it's a cantrip. Is that a requirement? Does the weapon need to be empty? Because the target says a weapon with capacity. Phantasmal Fleet. I mean, that's cool, but if you're, like, not in an open space, you know, under a roof, or deep underground, I don't know. In Ironclaw, they would say no or give him a bonus. Yeah, it makes sense. But this is Pathfinder. We can't have players not do the thing they want to do. Whoa. Fucking lamos. Just annoys the shit out of me. It's like, well, it's a board game. We need to be balanced and do the balancing. And I'm like, just like, stop. What you're saying is we don't want to have fun because having fun doesn't work like that. Oh man, we get to do the Star Wars thing where he strangles someone with our hand. What? Why don't you just have a fucking spell that soaks all the bullets and puts them in a little verdant code? Vibe check. These would be so cool in, like, the Mindscape. Like, I love the idea of the Mindscape. Actually, let me look it up for you. Because I think you can actually do this. You can go into the Mindscape and you can fucking make someone's brain go funky. Mind Jammer! Let's go into the Mindscape! In case you need some information about the Mindscape, the Mindscape is a communications medium, a vast media data storage and collection of virtual spaces. It permeates the commonality, connecting citizens, conveying thanograms and thoughtcasts, and enabling techno-sci. There are Mindscape satellites, vaults, and connections throughout the commonality space. When you see each other, they handshake, and it's like, oh, this is that guy, routinely exchanging personal information. What is a thoughts? What is a thanogram? What's a thoughtscape? A thanogram, if I recall correctly, is like your brain. It's like your whole fucking brain, like all of it. And if you suck out someone's thanogram, they die. A thanogram thoughtcast uploads a thanogram, a personality and memory snapshot of an individual at the moment of their death. Invasive once begun, the process can be damaging, and people usually know until they wait their dying before initiating one. Considering this is Road of Longevity, it's kind of weird. In theory, anyone can create one at any time, but the process is both dangerous and unpleasant. Treat a thanogram thoughtcast as a series of 5 mind burn attacks by an opponent with gun combat mind burn 5. Once started, a thanogram thoughtcast can't be stopped. Some techno-sci specialists can even force targets to initiate thanogram thoughtcasts involuntarily. Countless are stored. Are the basis of Eidolon personalities, aka robots. Actual sentient robots. Usually, Eidolons are derived as much as possible from a single thanogram for greater coherence and stability. Is forcing to initialize it is a formidable check. Also requires you to probably have a black implant. Because it's techno-sci. TP costs 7. Within an Eidolon without permission. Takes a while, though. It takes several minutes. But you can, of course, do it up to 2 bands faster. Do it in seconds if you're a little sassy boy. Ooh, here we go. Ethically. Okay. However, in extreme cases, thanograms may be instantiated in Eidolon rigs as personality simulators and simulations be interrogated. Ethically dubious, this obvious isn't available to normal commonality citizens and requires either special permission or substantial skill at Mindscape hacking, and a special ops black chip. As for what thoughtcasts are, thoughtcasts, also known as techno-telepathy, is one of the 2 principal uses of the Mindscape, the other being exo-memory. Thoughtcasting allows a Mindscape individual to communicate with one another, either in real time or via delayed exchange. They create a message in their mind, and they use the Mindscape implant to transmit it across the Mindscape to a recipient, who receives that message, who receives an indication that the message arrives, and can choose to hear those words in their mind. Entire conversations can be held this way, and with the outside observer it looks like nothing is happening. They are extremely involved. As in, how do I put this? mindscapes are not like just words. They are thoughts, feelings, images, and everything. And these people just connected through this. Exo memories, on the other hand, are like basically because mindscape implants are so sophisticated, your brain is stored on the cloud. On your personal cloud, if you want to, you can even take like a personal instance with you, so you never have to disconnect. Disconnecting from the mindscape is disorienting. So you're a cool space robot with your halo full of bonus skills, but disconnecting will knock the shit out of you. And if someone blocks it or jams it, ow, my brain, I'm dead. Well, not dead, but you're like, whoa, that's not pleasant. My halo, no, my halo, it's disconnected. But with Technosite can oh, here we go. Illusion. You can create full illusionary sensations for a single target. None of these images are tangible, nor can they cause damage. Lava feels hot but does not burn the target, and an illusionary bridge can support no weight. The target may realize their senses are lying to him, but knowing this does not make the illusions vanish or feel less real. Ooh. You can read their minds and everything. That's cool. That's fun psycho techno stuff. You know, your brain is a Swiss cheese. Who needs a vibe check? Oh, but it gets better. There's Gestalt languages. Because, again, Mindjammer is a game that really wants to talk about what happens when technology gets a little bit funny. Where am I looking at? Gestalt languages. Where are they? Under equipment? They might be under equipment. I know they're in a funny place. Oh, you fucking Abraxas Animal Campaign. Get your own custom-made animal. Why not? I need to look in the index. Gestalt language 105. Yeah, it's under equipment. Fuck. Here we go. Gestalt languages. While ordinarily humans can be affected by Gestalt language, you need Gestalt language augmentations to effectively use it yourself. A combination skill chip and neural accelerator. Gestalt language augmentations may be genetic or mechanical. Lower level Gestalt language augmentations are for human and other similar beings. Higher augmentations are meant for post-humans, like installation sentiences or post-human organics. Gestalt language is the next language in evolution of human language. It's used by trans and post-human hyperintelligences and is enhanced by emotion markers, mindscape acceleration routines, and hyperlinguistic shortcuts, the so-called gestalts. Levels of Gestalt language convey concepts with exponentially increasing speed and sophistication. Some are usable by non-augmented humans, others require enhancement, or even for the individual to have gone post, which the game is like, hey, your education ain't so big, you think very big. The lowest level is standard commonality speech, which is technically referred to as zero Gestalt. The first one is like you get a cultivated milieu, which makes you a bit stronger, and then later it's like, nope, you can just fucking cram it in their brains, whether they like it or not. Gestalt combat, let's use it when people weren't connected. Here we go. Gestalt 2 communication. This augmentation can only be used by advanced corpuses and similarly powerful intelligences. You need to have an intelligence of 12, a 14 plus, and an education of 13 plus, and a personal technological index of 10 plus. The tech index, I think, is 9? Usually? I think? Your stats are like 1 to 12, usually 7, probably higher, because you can get all kinds of augments and fun stuff you can cram to your character's brains. But for the most part, your character will probably have like a 10. Getting to 14 is like a big jump. It takes a lot of work. Tech index is 9. Anyway. This augmentation can be okay. You may create your own gestalts dynamically on the fly, making your use of language immensely powerful, effectively forcing a target to accept a memoplex of your choice. Using stage 2 gestalt communication requires both you and all listeners to be on the same mindscape, and for all listeners to accept thoughtcasts from you. To force a target to accept a memoplex, you must make the following check. It's difficult. It's not even that hard. Even if the roll is successful, as you only sticks around for a certain amount of time, a duration of 1 day means the memoplex fades when the target sleeps or rests. Indefinite means that it continues until the target has a strong motivation to replace it. A memoplex, which the character freely chooses to accept, usually lasts indefinitely. Hyper languages. And it's even like, ooh, oh yeah, Gestalt Stage 3. Which is only found on, what was it again? Chembu? Fucking Chembu. They're not allowed to use it. Chembu do not forcefully use it. The planetary intelligence. I love that that's the actual name of a giant fucking planet. Everything's connected. And they call it the planetary intelligence. It doesn't have a name, but it's a new one. It's a big planet. Then there are evocations of the venue, which are like Gestalt communication, so they can do all kinds of funny stuff to your brain. I like it. It's like, there's like hints of magic and psionics, but not quite. It's very cute. What is a memoplex? 131. What was the other one? 326. Okay. So 326. Cyberpunk. Yeah. Xenomorphs, aka animal people, uplifted. Because that's what a xenomorph actually is, not alien stuff. That's a xeno-intelligence, and they're very different. Oh man, Jesus. I love this. I completely forgot that there's like a section in the back that's like, hey, how do you play this game? And it's like, oh, here's all the ways you can play this game. These are the settings you can use, the tone you can use, etc. God, I need to bring this up more often because it really helps fix some of the problems. Trading campaigns. It doesn't make sense though, because there's not a lot of money in this game. The game is literally, oh, we've moved past that economy. People don't really use money anymore. Going post. There's a whole chart for like, hey, by the way, my brain is so goddamn big. Jesus, it's big. How big is my brain? I can't find the chart. Basically, your brain is so big, you can do fun stuff like, I can see the future, or I can anticipate the future by thinking really hard about it. It's very cute. The other one was 131. Memoplex. What's a memoplex? Memoplexes. Personalities of humans and other sentient beings are directly related to their memories. How they remember their actions and experiences, and how they interpret the universe around them. A change in a perfect person's memories, whether through experience, mental damage, or acquiring new exo-memory, can change a person's personality. The commonality exploits this phenomenon by creating memoplexes, also known as cervical-stolts. A memoplex is especially... is a specially designed array of exo-memories which provides individuals sharing it with a common set of abilities, vicarious experiences, and knowledge. Joining a memoplex alters personality in specific ways, perhaps making members of a military memoplex more violent or technically minded. I like that idea a lot. It's like, hey, jack into the system and your brain gets full of stuff. It can also contain a single flaw. Basically, it's like a big box full of experience. Here's a bunch of skill points. You can have all of them. But you gotta want it. Alright, where was I? Oh, I was not looking at Starfinder. I was looking at Mindjammer, which is better and actually takes the fucking sci-fi setting and does something with it. Traveler takes the sci-fi setting. This doesn't do anything with it. The only thing this game does is, well, we have guns now, and there's some technology, I guess, but none of it gets talked about. It doesn't understand what sci-fi as a setting is. All it knows is action, and it doesn't even do action well. Fuck you, Paizo. You're such hacks and frauds. Anyway, Akashic... Oh, you refocus. Oh man, they got rid of this, I hope. Because I don't care. Akashic Assistant. Akashic Fount. Isn't it Font? Oh, my ears. Anthem. Isn't that literally just... it's slightly different. It's not against fear. Cloying Shadows. Data Drain. Eldritch Bond. Elemental Barrier. Elemental Nova, Elemental Weapon, Elemental Element... Jesus, that's such a lame name. That's... Remix. Still, it sounds so lame. Like, what exactly is the cool techno-future part of Starfinder? I've read Mindjammer. I've read Traveler. I've read Star Wars. I've looked at Farflung. Do I need to pull up some more? I know about Star Trek. I know about Hyper Light Drifter, which is sort of sci-fi. I know about Shadowrun. I know about Cyberpunk Red and the other cyberpunks. I know about World of Darkness and the whole concept of cybermancers. Safi, do you have it? Yes, I do. I have more, but we're going to leave it at that. Oh god. Am I opening Astounding Science? Retro-futuristic options for urban jungle. It's a fun one to look at, though. But not now. We don't have time. The point is, a lot of sci-fi settings tend to actually use the sci-fi concept and do something with it. Starfinder doesn't. It's a backdrop. It's, you want to play Pathfinder in space. Fuck you. It is so dumb. Why do you even bother? Just make it a pamphlet. Make it a leaflet. Just put the basics in a book and say, here you go. You don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. If you want to play a sci-fi setting, you want to play a cool sci-fi setting, play a fucking sci-fi game. Because we're not going to do science fiction. We're just going to give you a book that tells you, well, instead of fireballs, it's a battery that blows up. Wow! Where's my transhumanism? You can send it already, Scary Dave, and I'll take a look at it now if you want me to, or I can take a look at it later if that's also good for you. I can take a look at it Friday if you feel that's better. God, I just don't care about this stuff. I'm just angry now. Look at this cool setting. Nothing is done with it. What does the swarm represent? Nothing. It's just an enemy you can shoot with guns. Pew, pew. That's it. The swarm doesn't have to represent anything. What did the Sheeran represent? Nothing. You're playing Pathfinder in space. Shoot the gun. And stop asking questions. Stop having role-playing experience. Stop thinking about things. Stop having your characters think. Just pick up a gun and start shooting. Jesus Christ. Too much to fucking ask to get science fiction in my science fiction game. It's action. It's just action, period. With some set dressing. Please calm me down while I take a look at something else. Actually, I really, really want to look at this book, though. At Astounding Science. Because holy shit. Urban Jungle is an underappreciated game. And my god. My god. Do I love this stupid book. It has so many dumb names. Oh, god, I forgot this. The Thermionic Brain. Oh, fuck, I'm falling apart. It's Flash Gordon. It's Flash Gordon, aka pre-Star Wars. Ah, it's so good. Every stupid planet has, like, stupid things on it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so goddamn good. What am I looking for, though? I'm looking for something very specific. Jovian. Jesus. Look at this fucking Mercurian. It's just a blob of Quicksilver. Mercury. Get it? Urban Jungle's kind of like Ironclaw. Because they got skills and gifts. Jesus, look at these funky creatures. They're so great. I'm looking for the equipment section, though. Astro Trader, Astro Patroller, are those such goofy names? New types that challenge the boundaries of science. New careers for the forward-thinking individual. Goddamn. Whoever wrote Urban Jungle just did not stop. Ah, man, it's the reference to Metropolis. Oh, look at these beautiful soaks. There we go. Vatic, that's the term, right? A Vatic Riposte. Whenever you have a Vatic weapon equipped, such as an energy sword. You can... It's just Star Wars, but they backported it. It's great. God, I just love this. It's so full of characters. 666. Any roll with a wonder that has 3 sixes means something weird happens. Oh god, I forgot this table. It's so great. It's so good. It's just a weird thing. Oh man. I look at this and I look at Starfinder. I'm like, what the hell were you doing? You could have so much fun. You could have a good game. But no, you wanted a board game. That's all you wanted. That's all you cared about. That's all you ever fucking cared about. Why do I bother? Why do I even show up to work? There's an astounding adventure in there too, and I want to find it. It's a fairly straightforward adventure too, but it basically gets you going. What else do you need? For the host's eyes only. All this paperwork in Paizo, in Paizo games. All this paperwork. And they don't experiment. They don't try anything new. They, like 5th edition, are convinced that they have the game. Even though it's lame as hell when you really get down to it. You're playing a video game, and everyone else around the table is playing it too. And it's fine. But, like, it gets in the way of the part that makes role-playing fun. Which is playing a dude, doing something stupid. It's what my character would do. And everyone says, you know what? Fair enough. Great. Fantastic. Let's take a look. No, I'm done with the book. I'm talking. Do you want me to read it right now? Your links. Take a look at them right now, or take a look at them on Friday. Friday, by the way, in case you forgot. Jesus Christ, we're doing the we're doing the mod that I downloaded for Whiny Gator. That I was told is bad. That the creator deleted bad comments for. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at something else. Farflung. Yeah, Colm wasn't around, but I can look at the playbook. And I can show it to him. Alright, I take a look at the links now. Dave stuff 2. Electric Boogaloo. Maybe I'll calm down a little bit and get the stick out of my ass. That'd be nice. I prefer to look at pictures. It's a lot of links. Ooh, done. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice, very vibes-based painting. Why does it have feathers? Because she's an angel. No, I'm pretty sure it's because mentalities have adjusted, though. On how much feathers the old ones had. That would actually be nice, though. Small fibrous feathers. Yeah, but not big fluffy ones. But I would like it if like it's a dimorphic thing. Males look like old dinosaurs, ladies look like new dinosaurs. Nah, I'm done. Oh, it's the, it's the Trish picture. Whoa, Inker, you're pretty good at it. It's looking good. Trish, what the hell? And I'd like to introduce you to my... No! Now she's my cousin-in-law! No. The violence has escalated. God, these are some posts. I know who needs to see these, though. In fact, I'm going to show them to the guy who needs to see them. I thought I would be spared the problems. But I must share these links. What if... Oh, no. It's Rosa. Who is this? Oh, no. Stop blowing her up. The only good parasaurs are those who mind their own damn business. The Sam Brosnian Confidential. I want to fan comic. The past will always come to bite you in the tail. He's missing a leg. Nice backgrounds, though. Nice backgrounds, though. They gave him a little hat. They gave him a little hat. He's a little hat now. Oh, amber. Always like the ones that have amber in it. Because generally speaking, it's always just cute stuff. Oh no, what's this? Anna shares a case. Hold on. I need to shut down the sound. I want to listen to this. Sonic 06. It is very unfinished. Oh man. Wanna hug that gator? X-Five Nights at Freddy's? No! Orange one is here. Oh, terrifying. Terrifying. If I woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning and the first thing I see looking through the little viewing window is Naomi, I don't know. What the hell is this cat with the big ol' eyes? Fang's Journey. I'll miss you. Mom put the sweater in a bag. Just in case. Aww. Help wanted chef. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, it's Spipperman. No, Spipperman, no! On that note, I was looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles link today. That was pretty interesting. Mia, oh, more of this. I already talked about it, actually. Very confused what this is about, but with the Mia thing. Level 4 special. My small boyfriend. Oh man, it's Yada Girl. Girly con. Treat. I finally got Finny. Oh no! No! Vinny! He's surrounded on all sides. This poor man. He's no chance. Not a squablem. Well, I guess I won't be seeing you on that day. But, but. Coming Friday. Bad mod that I was told was bad. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The more multiplicity you have, the more. Each time you gain a dwindling point, one of your bodies perish, but your sculpt moves on. You don't have a scars pool. Set it in dwindling. Fresh bodies arrive to pick up the slack. It can be multiple places at once. God, that's great. No, please go away. I don't know why this stupid window exists. Thank you. Glad to be of service to tell you that you have good taste. I'm tired. It's been a while. Gonna be hard tomorrow. Shit, it's gonna suck tomorrow. It really is. They're gonna steal my blood for tax purposes, not for medical purposes. I'm not very good with needles. At least I had 2 bad needle experiences and 2 good ones, so who knows? Although that's ignoring the fact that I did get my shots, and when I got my shots, it went fine. Hell, I remember. Yeah, shots are fine. Having someone drain the blood out of me seems to be the problem. I would like to keep my blood on the inside. I don't know what my blood type is, actually. Maybe they can tell me! But I'll see you guys all for the next 4 hours of me just yelling at the camera. Great. What a fantastic bit of content. It's late though. I need to get ready for bed anyway. Jesus. And after they suck my blood, I have to go somewhere else too. Ugh, it's great. I'll have to bring some food with me. Actually, I could just walk home afterwards. Get myself a snack. As they say,